How do I get to Blue Heart Hall? In front of the man are three options. It is obvious that flirting with them, or pointing in the wrong direction, these two options have better rewards. But he resolutely chose to tell the truth. What's going on? Is this guy out of his mind? Is there a problem? His name is Jiang Beiran. He transmigrated here. As is well known, each transmigrator has their own system, but his system is very deceitful. He still remembers 5 years ago, when he first transmigrated here. He worked as a laborer for 3 full days without receiving anything from the system. He faced the boss's PUA and angrily retorted back, then resigned directly. Broke, he sat in front of the steamed bun shop with his stomach growling. At that moment, a Taoist master offered him a pancake. In his eyes, the Taoist master was simply a bodhisattva reincarnated. The Taoist master told him that the reason he gave him food was because he saw that his bones were extraordinary. So the Taoist master sold him a system for 10 yuan. The system immediately popped up a prompt that it seems he could earn lucrative rewards just by saying a word, but he hesitated for a long time. In order to obtain the techniques and arts, he worshipped a Taoist master as his teacher. The Taoist master asked him to follow along, and the system also updated numerous tasks again. The two of them arrived at a lush small forest. The Taoist master told him that mining can cultivate your endurance and perseverance. He only needs to pass the test, then the Taoist master will formally accept him as his disciple. He excitedly agreed. After mining for a whole day, he was about to take a break. The foreman scolded. "Who allowed you to take a break? You lazy bum. The stupid fools before you were freeloading off me for months just to be accepted as my apprentice, and you took a day off already. Am I getting ripped off here?" He looked confused, saying he didn't understand why you're getting so worked up. "The mine owner has spoken, come out. Do you fucking think you're a genius? You are just a useless person. You have been sold to me to work in mining. If you don't mind, I will take your life." At this time, the system popped up with 3 options. Option 1 is to continue lying down and receive an Earth-level secret manual. Option 2 is to beg the mine owner to spare yourself and receive a top-tier technique and arts manual. Option 3 is to continue mining, and the reward is random increase of 1 stat point. After much hesitation, he felt that the Earth-level reward was too difficult. He should just go with option 2. He was about to say, "I'd beg," when the mine owner used the shadowless kick again, but he still didn't get up to work. In the end, he had to continue working because he couldn't resist the beating. He received the system's reward for the first time, Vitality +1. The task is completed and his strength has also recovered. He seems to have finally figured out how to use the system. Higher rewards mean harder tasks. It's safer to go for lower rewards. After figuring everything out, he is ready to slip away. At this time, the system popped up again. Just as he hesitated, someone quietly asked him if he wanted to run together. This made him very happy. Option 3, running with someone else, isn't this a freebie? So he went to the fire pit with that person and discussed with everyone. Digging a pit and getting the miner drunk, can't all 3 options be completed? How could there be such a good thing? How would I know if I have such luck? I would rather die than go with them. So he decisively went to sleep. Sure enough, the person who escaped was beaten to half-death the next day. An explosion occurred at this time. The system popped up a prompt, but the order of difficulty was messed up. After hesitating for a moment, he decided to trust the system and chose the last option. However, to his surprise, when he turned around, he encountered the mine owner holding a large machete shouting, "Stop right there!" Thinking that he was doomed this time, he laid down in the corner waiting to die. "Are you okay?" The mine owner fell at the feet of the newcomers. Hearing the noise, he looked over and saw a young master who saved him. The system prompted, and this time he still chose the 3 great heroes. "Save me! Save me! The young hero readily agreed and, after hearing his ordeal, the young master invited him to come to the sect. He began studying the mind manual and sword arts through the sect examination. It doesn't matter if he takes a look, it's really too simple. He immediately reached full level with his combat power bursting. The system popped up. It might be shooting the bird in front to warn others, but he chose the most reliable option 3 to let him perform poorly. This is a world where one can obtain everything as long as their cultivation level is strong. In 5 years, he finally became the strongest on the continent with the help of the system. But it seems he doesn't actually want to become stronger. Because every time he stands out, this system's mother * king jerk options pop up. He was walking on his way back when he saw a big man who had spilled alcohol on himself, causing trouble for others. He immediately intervened when he saw something unfair happening and shouted, "When the time comes to take action, I advise you to mind your own business," the big man shouted. But who would have expected that he would directly pass through the big man's side? The person who was hit immediately fainted. It turns out that this time, he was also reminded by the system. He chose to make a quick escape. It's just not known if he ran fast enough just now. Besides, he had seen Elder nearby early on, so he didn't need him to meddle in. So he arrived at the restaurant, ordered a dish of cabbage and tofu, and began calculating how much reward he had earned today. Just then, he ran into Senior Brother, who praised him for refining Dan excellently. Senior Brother even praised him as a genius. Does he often practice secretly by himself? How could he let others know about the existence of the system? He just keeps laughing and nodding nonstop. But Senior Brother is very sharp and hits the nail on the head. You have entered a place specializing in practicing the way of Go. You simply cannot make progress this quickly without eating or sleeping. Beiran, don't think I don't know your tricks. His heart skipped a beat. He couldn't help but mutter in his heart, "Dead, so dead, so dead." How did he know? His heart was in a flurry, but this did not affect his showing off a calm demeanor. "Senior Brother, what are you saying?" "Did you find any treasures in the mine?" "It could be considered a treasure, I guess." He actually felt relieved. Senior Brother advised him to go to Velvet Herb Hall for refining Dan. If he wants to slack off, Senior Brother won't force him either. This damn system doesn't let me make progress. What can I do? He muttered to himself. Late at night, a girl stood in front of him. The girl greeted him excitedly when she saw him. He was scared to death when the girl greeted him so excitedly. She is so beautiful, it's like the system wants to flay me alive. He quickly refused. "Junior sister, are you mistaking me for someone else?" "My surname is Wang, and I live next door to you." After he finished speaking, he was about to slip away when Junior Brother came over to call Senior Brother Jiang, creating an extremely awkward atmosphere. Junior Sister quickly went to confirm whether he was Senior Brother Jiang or not. "Is that still in doubt?" "I would recognize him even if he turned into ashes," Junior Brother said proudly. "Ah ha ha ha. I was just kidding, little Junior Sister." Junior Sister found him because she needed to go down the mountain for training. She asked Senior Brother to make an iron sigil. The system really messed up again. He actually got an Earth-level reward for helping. "I'm sorry, Senior Brother, I've been too busy lately. My Junior Brother is still waiting for me. Bye-bye, see you." The rejected Junior Sister seems very excited. Is this what being rejected feels like? He's quite special. What kind of tendency is this for me? The girl quickly went to chase after him. The girl saw her best friend ahead and shouted for her to help chase after him. This stream of sleep. What have you done to my best friend? Don't run away. After talking about my best friend, he came over with a big sword. Could it be that he is in deep trouble this time? Fortunately, the girl caught up and provided an explanation. But the girl still didn't give up, repeatedly bowing her head and pleading earnestly. It also attracted a crowd of onlookers, causing a lot of discussion. I'm really just too busy with things. Is your excuse a bit too casual? At this moment, the system popped up again, saying if I help, there will be another Earth-level reward. This girl is really deceiving others. He encountered a beautiful girl asking for help. He didn't say a word and ran off without hesitation. The girl caught up with him and repeatedly asked in front of everyone. He kept making excuses. This really annoyed her friend. If you don't want to do it, we'll find someone else who does. But Zijin has no intention of giving up. Can't say that. It's me asking someone to do something, and they have their reasons for refusing. Don't be angry. A dark shadow descends from the sky. Everyone calls him Senior Brother Kong, also known as Water Mirror Hall Breaking Army Spear. 3 years ago, he bravely entered the Chaos Army to protect the people, and has many heroic deeds. He seemed to have come specifically to create an iron sigil for Zijin, but as soon as he turned around, Zijin disappeared. Our main character also hid in the bushes, marveling at how terrifying Junior Sister is, capable of triggering Earth-level rewards. After returning, Zijin sat alone under the moon and played a melancholic tune. Master angrily walked over and asked, "Who dares to provoke my precious disciple?" Zijin said, "No one provoked me. But I met someone who I care about more." "Who is it?" Unable to withstand the master's gossip, Zijin took off running. Early in the morning, he stretched lazily and saw a big sister looking at him. "Jiang Beiran, where are you running off to?" "Haha, I suddenly thought of a way to solve a chess endgame, so I want to go play chess." "You wouldn't even hesitate to lie. Do you know who I am?" This question triggered the system again. "Seeing you so beautiful and graceful, with a beautiful figure, you must be Dharma Protector you," he replied according to the system prompt. This left a good impression of being knowledgeable and sweet-mouthed on Dharma Protector you. After a few rounds of flattery, Dharma Protector you regards him even more as a confidant. "I heard you haven't made much progress in these 5 years. Come on, let me show you." He extended his hand for the Dharma Protector to test. "What? This kid is really so useless. An ordinary person with poor aptitude can even cultivate the Qi refining 10 layer in a year. This kid has used 5 years and only reached 5 layer. He is truly a rare genius that appears once every 100 years. But he understands in his heart that he has been accumulating strength through system rewards, even if his combat power is off the charts. People in this world cannot be measured as well." Seeing Dharma Protector looking disappointed, he squeezed out tears. "I can join the heart-returning sect. I'm already content." He finally passed the test. Turns out he is actually a total waste of talent. How much suffering has he endured in the sect where the strong prey on the weak? No wonder he wants to run away when he sees me. He must have received a lot of discriminatory looks, right? Can you tell this Dharma Protector why you can ensure that junior brother and sisters pass the trial every time you do the Iron Sigil? There is no secret. Disciple is just more cautious. It seems you have already mastered the essence of this trial down the mountain. Your inner strength is also very important. To show my trust, I especially allow you to make the Iron Sigil as my disciple to complete the trial." He almost bit his tongue. What's going on with this script? It goes around and then comes back. Choosing Lu Zijin to do Iron Sigil is such a low-level option. The system popped up again, and this time option 3 turned out to be the affirmative choice. But I clearly rejected it last night. Suga. The low-level reward is because I promised him yesterday that if I didn't accompany Senior Brother Kong, Senior Brother would cause trouble for me. After thinking it through, he agreed to come down. The two of them arranged to meet at the entrance of the tribunal hall. "Greet Dharma Protector you. Have you met my beloved disciple yet?" "Yes, the 2 junior sisters." Zijin was very uneasy at this moment. Could it be that Master forced him to come over? Would he dislike me? You guys, hurry up and go meet senior brother. Here we come. I heard that many beautiful junior sisters are coming. This is going to be a bustling scene. He is a transmigrator. He can get rewards by completing corresponding tasks, but the better the rewards, the more unlucky he becomes. After experiencing several tasks and receiving various inhuman treatments, he finally decided to lie flat. But this time, so many beautiful junior sisters suddenly appeared. Is he about to die soon? Dharma Protector, you immediately instructed. After going down the mountain, all of you must listen to Senior Brother Jiang, you hear me? Yes, Master. Water Mirror Hall, Dharma Protector Yugui Shui, Yugui Shui. Pay respects to Senior Brother Jiang. Hey, hello, oh my goodness. Still triplets, doomed this time. We have many female disciples at Water Mirror Hall. We just lack a reliable male senior brother to take the girls out for a spin. My God, these are all doomed. Senior Brother Jiang, what technique and arts are you best at? Do you prefer to step with your left leg first or right leg first? Senior Brother Jiang, what weapon do you like the most? Do you first loosen your belt before going to the toilet, Junior Brother Jiang? The junior sisters are all asking. Everyone stand at attention. At ease. Stay silent until I tell you to speak. This might startle the three junior sisters. Are we still not subtle enough with the fake sweets? You are so fierce. Oh, isn't this the person who rejected us before? Why are they coming to act all high and mighty at our place today? One thing at a time. Since I promised to help you, you have to listen to me. What if I refuse? Are you going to try? The overwhelming pressure unexpectedly made junior sister feel fearful. Humph! We may have lost in strength, but we cannot lose face. Seeing everyone understands, good. Now go change your clothes to coarse cloth, the uglier the better. Meet up in half an hour. Who are you to dictate what we wear? This junior sister still seems to be unwilling to submit. Firstly, report in advance before speaking in the future. Otherwise, deduct 1 point. Secondly, of course it is necessary. We need to act low-key when we go down the mountain this time. Humph, loser. Can I only choose between coarse fabric or hemp? Master just said a moment ago that reporting is necessary when speaking. Next time, deduction of 2 points for any repeat offense. Is this what it feels like to be scolded? I have never experienced this from childhood to adulthood. This feeling is quite unique. I have a bad temper. If you dare to speak to me like that, Don't be like this. It's my fault. Please don't say anything. Junior sister just wanted to vent her anger, but got suppressed immediately. Can we only wear coarse hemp clothing? I don't have it, and I don't want to wear someone else's. Fitting in with the crowd is our code of conduct. I don't want to stand out, you understand? Reporting. Sir! The three sisters raised their hands one after another. Is any style okay? Do you want straw sandals? The three sisters appeared extremely excited. I want the most ordinary style of clothing. I will take care of arranging the shoes and hats. Go prepare quickly. I'm having a tough time. Although the junior sisters all look awesome, but even in tattered clothes one can. Senior brother, it's all changed. After looking at the junior sisters, he spat it out directly. I'm going. Is this what they call innate beauty that's hard to give up? How come the more he does it, the better he looks? To avoid the system, he had all the junior sisters change into coarse cloth clothes. But didn't expect that people are beautiful. They are beautiful even without wearing anything. Okay, at least this group of girls all came back on time. Please put these on. He pointed to the prepared straw shoes and straw hats. This is simply ugly to the point of explosion. I will never ask him to make iron sigil for me again, even if I die. He made an excuse, saying it was to help everyone prevent heat stroke. The girl joyfully took the straw hat and put it on, seeming to have a strange sensation. It turns out that he added a hiding formation to the straw hat. He uses it to weaken the user's aura. Reporting. Sir! The three sisters unanimously wanted to speak at the same time. What is this? She asked while holding the cloth in her hands. He explained that this is a face veil, but the three sisters looked curious, as if they had never used it before. Put it on your face, and you will know. Wow, this is so refreshing and fragrant. The three sisters are very satisfied. He told the junior sisters that he added wildflower honey to the face veil. The three greedy sisters drooled a mouthful. He explained that this bottle of wildflower honey can be used for beauty purposes. Whoever performs well this time will be given a bottle of it. The three sisters immediately took the bait and showed very enthusiastic performance. All preparation work has been done, and they can finally go to receive the trial tasks. But they were stopped by senior brother Qin shortly after taking a few steps. He introduced himself to the junior sisters as senior brother Qin, who is responsible for issuing and evaluating the trial tasks. The girls bowed together and greeted senior brother Qin, which startled him. He hadn't even noticed them before the junior sisters spoke. That's not right. He felt unworthy of the title. Oh, pervert! After our protagonist explained that they were leading the junior sisters on a trial, senior brother started to lead the way. There have been many child abduction cases recently in a certain village, and they need to investigate. Several people arrived in the town, where there are all kinds of snacks. The foodies couldn't help but stop in their tracks. I want that pea bun. He bought everyone's share without saying a word, but he didn't allow junior sister to eat now. They can only take off their face veil when they get to the inn. Just as junior sister started to have a little bit of good feeling towards him, she was maligned. His old rival, junior sister, noticed that no one on the road noticed her and believed that it must be his doing. At this moment, there was a commotion not far away. It turned out to be the government collecting rent, and the sellers could not afford to pay. They then began to overturn the stalls and fight people again. Wow, you are really bullying people. The old enemies immediately rushed up. After putting on the straw hats and face veils he gave the junior sisters, several people walked in the market and nobody noticed them. But some people cannot hide it. Encounter rogues bullying a vendor. She immediately shouted when she saw the injustice, and the rogues couldn't catch her. Sure enough, at this time, the system came out to deceive people again. After a quarrel, he eventually convinced the junior sisters not to meddle in others' business. This also made other junior sisters curious whether he is cowardly or just mysterious. When they arrived at the inn, the boss didn't even notice their presence until he spoke. The boss, upon seeing this young man bringing so many girls to check in, quickly introduced him to various room types. Although the system popped up again, he was obviously used to it, and he even secretly rejoiced at the many rewards waiting for him. After the room was prepared, he followed the system's instructions to give a tip to the servant, and then let him leave. Reporting. Sir! The three sisters from 10,000 Whys have started asking questions again. He told them they can say whatever they want here, so they don't need to report anymore. Why is the inn room so small? Is there no dressing table in the room? Are you punishing us for being petty? Can you have the servant bring us everything we need? Will the servant bring us meals later? Our protagonist looks helpless at the three sisters who have never seen the world. It turns out that the junior sisters are always chauffeured when they go out and have never traveled far on their own. Do you have hidden masters secretly protecting you at home? The junior sisters said they are not being protected. They went out this time without even telling their family. Now it's all on him if anything bad happens to them. Anyway, let's have some buns first. As soon as eating is mentioned, The three sisters immediately get excited and start eating hungrily. Only the old grudge, junior sister, refuses to eat. She is still angry about him refusing to help. Little girl, being chivalrous is not just about killing a few people. Humph. Don't deceive people. It's all written in novels. Being chivalrous means speaking out when you see injustice. Do you know who sent those people? Will beating them up make them come to the rescue? Also, if you're scared, just admit it. What's the point of finding so many excuses? One person does things. One person bears the responsibility for everything. What will you do if they bring in someone at the mystic or mystic master level to seek revenge? I will fight them. Have you ever thought about investigating the mastermind behind the scenes before taking action? You are very annoying. I won't listen, speaking nonsense. It's good to know you're annoyed. Just see if you'll stop meddling in other people's business. He saw a street vendor being bullied, but he made everyone pretend they didn't see it. This brought complaints from the junior sisters. But he is not in the mood to care about those now. The system has popped up several times as he descends the mountain this time, and he has received many rewards. With so much wool to shear, if he doesn't shear it, it's wasted, and if he shears it, it's still wasted. Who wouldn't shear it? As he walked, he saw a strong man buying meat. But after the meat was given to the strong man, he wanted to buy it on credit. Sir, you haven't paid for last month's yet. Do you have any objections? This time, the system is being troublesome again. He once again succeeded in becoming a bystander of evil, and then he received a reward. After that person left, the meat seller's head was full of worries. So he told the meat seller that he wanted to buy meat. He only needed 20 cents, but he ended up buying a big bundle. The meat seller just wanted to get change, but when he looked up, the person had disappeared. Silver coins? This made the meat seller extremely happy. In chaotic times, everyone is having a hard time. With such a frustrating system, I can only help you this much. 2 hours later, he returned to the inn's front door. He exclaimed, "Today is another fruitful day." He had just thought about going back to his room when the system popped up with the Earth-level reward for sleeping directly. There must be something significant happening. He immediately ambushed at the entrance of the inn. Then he saw his old enemy running out. Could this girl be sent by God to torment him? But the system requires him to secretly follow her. Is this to let her experience a taste of the harsh realities of society? Grandpa, don't be like this. If you continue, I'll call for help. Go ahead and call. Even if you scream your lungs out, no one will pay attention to you. Oh my! You're so annoying. Help. Old enemies, enough is enough. How can you all have fun while leaving that man alone? Leave it to me to uphold justice. The man was taken aback by the situation. The man was frightened and quickly ran away. You're lucky you ran fast. Hey, mister, you haven't paid yet. You can't get a freebie. Oh, old friend, how can you ask for compensation for mental anguish as well? Girl, you don't need to thank me. It's just something I should do. The girl said, Thanks, my foot. Can you mind your own business? You've ruined my plan. Looking at the angry girl walking away, the old foe did not understand why she was so upset. After a few seconds, she finally realized it. The girl blamed herself. I saved you, and you still scolded me. You are even more annoying than that loser. He successfully ended up taking the blame on the side. At this moment, the old foes caught a whiff of a fragrant smell. She ruined the love affair, and was criticized for meddling in others' business. When the person had left without a trace, she finally realized she was being scolded. She was annoyed and started to curse loudly. Tired from cursing, she then smelled the fragrance wafting from nearby. She followed the scent and arrived at the entrance of a bakery. No, if I eat more, I will get fat. Oh my, oh my. While she was having an internal struggle the The old woman in front grabbed her ankle and started to yell. "Ani, are you okay?" The Auntie Ultimate Sucker junior sister hurried forward to help. "I'm so unlucky." "What's wrong, Auntie?" "Everything is always my responsibility." "Who are you?" Auntie asked. "I don't even know you. Are you being helpful out of genuine concern or with ulterior motives?" Auntie appeared very uneasy. "What are you saying, Auntie? Helping you is what I should do." Ultimate Sucker replied earnestly. "Miss, you are just too kind." "Auntie, where do you feel uncomfortable?" "Oh, it's all because of that darn daughter-in-law of mine who feeds me food I don't like, makes me sleep in uncomfortable places, and leaves me here knowing I have trouble moving my legs. She really has no good intentions." The Ultimate Sucker's cosmos immediately erupted. "What? Such a person exists? Let's go! Let's go back together and talk to her." The lady looked embarrassed. "Let's forget it. My daughter-in-law is formidable." But the Ultimate Sucker was not convinced. "Don't worry, lady. Look at the big sword in my hand. This is a big sword in a typical cheap browser game. 1/999 damage. Let's go together to take her down." "That's great. It's really a coincidence that I met you." The lady is extremely happy. He saw it on the side too. "I didn't expect that there are still people falling for such low-level scams like the Night Weeping Woman. Come out. You?" After arriving at the place, the Ultimate Sucker started banging on the door. "What are you knocking for?" Urging for life in the middle of the night. The one who opened the door was an extremely fierce woman. Ultimate Sucker took a look and realized it was a real deal this time. "Just wait and see. I won't stop until I get justice for you, lady." While the two were arguing, the lady seemed to be hinting at something from behind. The daughter-in-law continued to argue with Ultimate Sucker. "Well, I can't reason with you. Just go ahead and chop me." Ultimate Sucker had already picked up a big sword. "Come on, chop me. Hurry up." The daughter-in-law still refused to give up. "What are you arguing about? You are disturbing people from sleeping." The neighbors began to complain. At this time, a man walked out of the house and asked everyone to go inside and talk. The old lady also started to back down and let Ultimate Sucker go inside to talk. Ultimate Sucker agreed. The man saw that there was no one else nearby. He then knocked on the door and locked it. Our protagonist, still hiding on the rooftop, couldn't help but admire that there was even Mystic helping out in such a small group. After entering the room, Ultimate Sucker felt weak in the legs. Suddenly, a brilliant idea flashed in her mind. Ultimate Sucker remembered the words of that loser. "Miss, where are you going?" Just as she was about to get up, she was stopped by the man behind her. The young girl helped the elderly grandmother home late at night. She was affected by the bewitching fragrance, and her legs became weak and powerless. She took the opportunity while she was still conscious and quickly ran out. But there were several big men blocking her way at the door, all shouting that they wanted to catch her alive. She held her breath as if it was a sword, screaming loudly, "Wow ya ya!" She rushed forward and swung ahead. The big man howled in pain, cursing. This little girl has been hit by the bewitching fragrance and still has such strength. At this time, a red-haired man came out and said, "You are all useless. Let me do it." It turned out he was their leader, known as Goo Boss. Ultimate Sucker has very little strength left. She thinks if she can kill this red-haired person, she still has a chance to escape. She immediately used the move White Rainbow, Purple Thunderbolt, and charged forward. Just in time, Goo Boss not only dodged, he also struck her with a knife. Ultimate Sucker knelt on the ground in excruciating pain. "I just wanted to be a good person. Why did this happen?" Finally, the system allowed him to save people. Although it required him to save people without harming the villain, it was just a small matter. Just saw him take out a black stone from the ring and throw it out with a swoosh. All the bad guys are praising the boss's skills. Boss is straight up awesome. Then the thugs want to tie up this ultimate sucker. Ultimate sucker despairingly shed tears. Quick, quick, save me. With a bang, a red light burst open. The villains appeared very flustered. Who is it? At this moment, Gu Boss wanted to draw his sword to fight back, but he couldn't move his sword because the opponent's aura was too strong, so he could only tighten his hold. After a long silence, the black smoke also dispersed. They found out that the ultimate sucker had been taken away. The boss berated them fiercely, saying, "Look who you have brought. Fortunately, the expert just gave me some face. Otherwise, you would have been in big trouble. In the next few days, you guys better not cause any trouble. When I go back, I will find out which expert came and took away the ultimate sucker." Found himself on senior brother's back. Was I saved? Was it really this loser who saved me? She was about to say something. He instructed the ultimate sucker not to speak, as she was affected by the bewitching fragrance and needed to rest. He will treat her when they arrive at their destination. The ultimate sucker finally followed his ways. She even started to feel that she should have been obedient earlier. Before passing out, she squeezed out with all her strength. "Senior brother, I'm sorry." "Stop. Stop. Who is making a young girl moan so late at night?" "No." She sat up in terror. She helped the old grandmother to get home in the middle of the night. She was captured by a group of thugs after being hit with the bewitching fragrance. Fortunately, senior brother rescued her, allowing her to return safely. Senior sister quickly come to comfort junior sister. When she saw the familiar senior sister, she finally let go of all her guard, crying and calling Zijin's name. Zijin kept comforting her, patting her and saying it's okay. Upon hearing the sound, senior brother also hurried in. He wants to check ultimate sucker's pulse, but now she's wondering why she didn't realize how handsome senior brother was before. After checking the pulse, he finally felt relieved. It seems she just needs to rest a little longer. Blushing shyly, she thanked him. She also apologized for her previous stubbornness. But this time, the annoying system made him take the aloof route. This annoying system is making him be aloof through and through this time. No need to apologize. Why do you think I saved you so promptly? I've been following you all along. The reason I didn't save you earlier was to let you experience some hardship. The initiative to deceive oneself has resulted in her finally realizing her identity as the ultimate sucker. After senior brother left, she hurriedly asked senior sister, "Senior sister, am I really annoying?" Senior sister resisted the urge to affirm and comforted her by saying, "How could that be? Sister loves you." But this time also made her realize the dangers at the foot of the mountain. A good child corrects their mistakes. "Claudius, hurry up and take your medicine. Drink this bowl of medicine. Forget about the mundane matters. This bowl of medicine is not only not bitter, but also has a hint of fragrance. She will feel much more comfortable after taking it." She laid down and continued muttering. There was clearly still mystic among the group of people, but senior brother easily rescued me. Zijin also echoed. "He seems to know everything. He is really amazing." Senior brother is so amazing. After saying that, she fell asleep again. The next day, after senior brother confirmed the health condition of ultimate sucker, he prepared to set off. At this time, a person with a fierce momentum walked in from outside. Servant respectfully called him Sir-Chin. Sir-Chin originally asked him if there were any impressive-looking people who recently moved in. The servant recalled that 6 guests had arrived recently, wearing straw hats, but he couldn't remember their appearance. They have already left. Sir-Chin suddenly realized, could it be that they used some sort of formation? The servant suddenly remembered that they also gave 5 pieces of silver coins. Here they are. Sir-Chin quickly asked him to take out the money. Sir-Chin counted. Is it that you don't know how to count or I don't know how to count? Is this 5? But servant said, "It's rare to have a reward. I deliberately hid it in a deep place." So Sir-Chin picked up the money and carefully examined it. upright, peaceful, auspicious, and harmonious. This isn't the 3 treasure coins from the Huainan region, is it? After experiencing being framed for doing good deeds, the junior sisters have also become much more restrained. 5 females and 1 male have embarked on a new journey again, each of them excited. But this is already the nth time they have gotten lost. Bring it here, let me see. Ultimate Sucker snatched the map over. I've looked for a long time. This group of ladies doesn't know the map at all. Why don't I go ask Senior Brother? Zijin suggested you ask, but Ultimate Sucker said Senior Brother will definitely scold you. She is even more excited now, but she still has to pretend to be calm on the surface. It's okay, it's okay. It's good to learn something. Let him scold if he wants to. Senior Brother didn't scold her in the end. She was actually a bit disappointed. But fortunately, they finally found the place. To prevent alerting the enemy, they decided to wait for the criminal to commit another crime before catching them red-handed. It was a dark and windy night. An agile figure leaped over the corner of the wall. Using bewitching fragrance to incapacitate the people inside the house, he took the child and fled. The entire process took only 5 minutes. Jiang Beiran and his team witnessed everything and decided to follow. But they lost track of them halfway through the pursuit. Jiang Beiran feels something is amiss and thinks he has entered the formation. He picked up a rock and threw it forward, causing a violent explosion. This scared the little junior sister, who hugged her head and called for her mother. The 3 sisters chose different directions to move forward, but eventually all returned to the original location. Jiang Beiran took out a few copper coins and chanted, "Om Mani Padme Hum, open sesame." Aloud, he shouted loudly, "Break!" Then he flipped over a low-tier golden spiritual stone from under his foot. With this item, he can set up a formation. The bandit must be quite wealthy. The formation is broken too. He quickly wakes up the junior sisters, who are exhausted. When he was asked if he broke the formation, he pretended to be ignorant and said that he wouldn't break the formation. It must be the poor quality of the formation that caused it to break. The junior sisters all expressed that their intelligence was insulted. So they continued to move forward, and when they arrived at a cave, Jiang Beiran sensed that there were all small fry inside, so he asked the junior sisters to charge in. Sure enough, the junior sisters quickly took down the people inside, and even caught the ringleader. The person said, "I won't say anything at all. Kill if you must," but Jiang Beiran just stood there and said, "No rush, no rush." What does this pervert want to do? The bandit leader is getting anxious. I have cracked the enemy's formation. I led the girls to crush these human traffickers. Junior sisters brought the leader in front of me. If you catch me, report to the officials quickly. Why are you standing still? The human trafficker leader said urgently. No rush, no rush. I leisurely sat across from him. Did you break this formation outside? The human trafficker really can't stand loneliness for a moment. Usually, when interrogating prisoners, I am the first to ask. They definitely will be stubborn at first, but if you leave them alone, they will start talking on their own. I am very calm. That formation is quite powerful. Did you set it up? If it weren't for the lack of materials, you guys definitely wouldn't have been able to escape. The human traffickers are feeling very pleased. That formation definitely has some background. Where did you learn it? I'm not telling you. Okay, I fell silent again, but the human trafficker is getting impatient. Don't you know to ask a few more questions? Tell me your conditions. Are you teaching me how to do things? The human trafficker is speechless. The human trafficker set his own conditions. He plans to tell me where he learned it from, and then wants me to let him go. That won't work. I am not interested in his broken formation at all. The human trafficker is even more furious with my indifferent attitude. Don't underestimate this formation. It's called the six-fold mind snaring formation. Even the Mystic King can't do anything once he's trapped inside. That's how it's written in the book. Book? I just casually agreed. Yes. It's a great book I found when I was digging a grave before. If you let me go, I'll give it to you. Not interested, I'll keep on digging. At this time, Junior Sister told me that all the human traffickers had been tied up. Okay, let's go. I lifted my leg and walked towards the cave. Hey, wait! The formations in that book are very powerful. I'll take you to see it, then you'll know. It's on the back hill. The human traffickers became more anxious. This method really works every time. I secretly rejoice. Got the information I wanted. I let Junior Sister report to the officials, while leaving the rest to watch in the cave. Then with a loud bang, I blew open the secret room. I asked Junior Sisters to take care of the children in these secret rooms. The trafficker asked me how I knew where the children were. I still remained aloof. Why should I tell you? Aren't you curious where I sold the other children to? Human traffickers are still so talkative. Sell? It's donating talent, right? After hearing that, the human trafficker was shocked. Who are you, anyway? Hard returning Xuanlong V, I said solemnly. Human traffickers can't resist loneliness in the end. Don't you want to know where I sold the children? Sell? It should be offer their talents, right? I asked him back. Since you know I work for Azura Sanctum, why do you want to get involved in this mess? Human traffickers think I know everything and spill the beans. I have decided to report Azura Sanctum to the sect based on the system prompt. I told Junior Sister that Azura Sanctum is a demonic cult. They capture children to cultivate a new generation of disciples. Then I told her, the affairs of this world cannot be judged simply as good or evil. It was clearly a peaceful conversation. The system, however, ended up making me mock her. Did you understand? Learn your lesson slowly. Ha ha. Yes. I am just not smart. Ultimate Sucker replied very honestly. Then the system was relentless. Well, it's good that you have self-awareness. Finally, the task is completed. Reward, cooking skill +1. Thanks to this girl, I have received a lot of rewards. The trafficker saw that we were arguing and didn't take him with us, so he started clamoring to tell us stories. The traffickers were all handed over to the constables, and the Junior Sisters quickly left without saying much because I had told them before. The constables are not much stronger than the thieves. Some of the Junior Sisters don't quite understand, but I said to them that they will have the chance to know in the future. Everything is done. I brought the Junior Sisters to camp in the grove. I told them that this is also a form of training. In the blink of an eye, an hour has passed. Not a single one of these young ladies knows how to pitch a tent. Zijin was about to ask senior brother about it, but the triplets always hide behind Sister Zijin, feeling too embarrassed. This time, let's decline Zijin's offer. It's okay. Senior brother is not as strict as you think. Before she could finish her sentence, the triplets started walking over. No, this time it must be me who goes. Zijin wanted to hold her back, but she had already gone. A disappointed Zijin sat on the ground, thinking to herself, well, that's too bad. I can't get scolded by senior brother. I took 5 Junior Sisters to the small grove. I told them that camping here is also a form of training. If you don't believe it, just wait and see. The tent is set up. I grilled food, and the Junior Sisters and I sat by the bonfire to eat. The Junior Sisters all praise my cooking skills, but it's getting late today. I asked the Junior Sisters to go to sleep, and I will keep watch. After returning to the tent, the Junior Sisters started discussing. This senior brother seems to know everything. Do you think he broke the formation yesterday? Ultimate Sucker chimed in. Definitely. How could such a powerful formation break on its own? Zijin said. I heard from Master that breaking a formation from within is much harder than from outside. How did he do it? The triplets suddenly remembered. Isn't senior brother from Blue Heart Hall? They specialize in weaving, medical skills, dam refining, etc., all supportive skills. If there is such a powerful person, how come we haven't heard of him before? Zijin finally caught the opportunity, or else. Let's go ask him. After saying that, she walked out of the tent. I asked her why she was still not sleeping. She said she couldn't fall asleep and wanted to stay up with me, considering it as practice. Since it's practice, let's practice getting used to being alone first. I happen to have something to do. Zijin feels that senior brother is rejecting her, feeling a bit sad, but this feeling is very addictive. I heard fighting sounds in the distance, and according to the system, I am ready to go help. Everyone was surprised to see such an active senior brother. The sun must rise from the west tomorrow. There are two groups fighting on the scene, and when I took a closer look, the most powerful one was only at the chi refining 3-layer. I asked the junior sisters to break up the fight. Upon seeing me, the fighters asked, "Who are you?" "I am Lu Zijin from the Heart-Returning sect," I replied. "Get lost." He approached and knocked him down instantly. In the end, the one who wanted to fight retreated after seeing these tough young girls and uttered some harsh words. Another group quickly came to express their thanks. "I am Gu Qingwei from Azure Cloud sect. Thank you for lending a helping hand, young ladies." At that moment, there was a slap sound behind me, and I blocked a dart for Zijin. I told her that it's called a returning dart. In the future, you need to be more careful. I even gave her the dart as a keepsake. "Gu Qingwei, come and say hello quickly." I still use the name Wang V. Gu Qingwei didn't dwell on this name. He disregards his injured companion, and is here giving a long-winded thanks. I stopped him and said, "Hurry and save your companion. With so much to say, your companion is at death's door." His companion stood up to show that he was okay. At this moment, I remembered that the Azure Cloud sect's Heart Sutra of Lanling has first-class healing effects. I want them to perform one for us to see. The girl said that it would not be embarrassing to admit that she is not proficient in her skills. Ah! I just slapped my forehead. Look at my memory. Heart Sutra of Lanling belongs to the Heaven Illuminating sect, right? The girl started to panic. Oh no! I led the junior sisters to save two people. They identified themselves as members of the Azure Cloud sect. But they can't even remember what techniques and arts their sect has. After I exposed them, they took the initiative to admit that they are indeed not disciples of Azure Cloud sect. The other party just wanted to explain. I quickly interrupted and said, "No need to explain to me, I understand. I just want to teach a lesson to my junior sisters. Don't think that rescuing others outside means they won't deceive you." Upon hearing this, he became somewhat agitated and couldn't speak. Seeing that the two of them were fine, I took my leave. He hurriedly caught up and told me that his name was Li Fuqing, the son of the cult master of Blood Fire Cult. Upon hearing this, I immediately stopped in my tracks. Oh my! A member of the demonic cult? And the son of the cult master? I must be really lucky. Young master. The maidservant-like person wants to stop Li Fuqing from continuing. But he is not one to be trifled with. Speaking of the ways of a cult master of demonic cult. You have raised a good child. I told the junior sisters with puzzled expressions that Blood Fire Cult is a demonic cult from the Huainan region. The three sisters immediately exploded. Demonic cult? Isn't demonic cult supposed to have 3 eyes? And sharp teeth? And the tongue is so long as well. I could only helplessly dispel their imaginations and tell them that the members of the demonic cult were just ordinary people. I accepted Li Fuqing's apology and expressed understanding of his difficulties. I asked him why he was willing to go to the northern region of Jianbei at the cost of hiding his identity. He sighed deeply. It turned out that as the son of the cult master, everyone had high expectations for him. However, he was born with a weakened yang constitution and couldn't cultivate the Heart Sutra. He learned ordinary martial arts slower than an average person. The cult master gradually became disappointed in him. His brothers distanced themselves from him, and his younger brothers mocked him. But evidently, the maidservant behind him wholeheartedly supported him. At first, born into a prestigious family, yet became useless. Betrayed by others, while having a woman who never leaves his side. Isn't this the typical protagonist setup? Could it be fate's way of telling me to help him? Perhaps he could even help me in the future? So you've come from afar to make a name for yourself in a foreign land and prove your worth, right? Upon hearing my words, Li Fuqing clenched his fists tightly. Yes. I'm determined to make those who look down on me reconsider their opinions. Reconsider their opinions? Shouldn't it be making them pay the price instead? How come the son of the demonic cult master behaves like a good student? Even with great aspirations, he still lost to the local bandits. I asked him why he would pick a fight with bandits. The servant girl told me that they couldn't stand seeing the bandits bully the old farmers, so they drew their swords to help in the name of justice. As I think about it, as a member of the demonic cult, can you live up to your identity by standing up for justice? Looking at it from a different perspective, coming from an evil cult background yet still valiant and upright. Indeed, this child has the markings of a protagonist. I told him that your father may not be as indifferent as you think. You have not been targeted by thieves for the first time, right? Is this your first time traveling far? First time traveling far, and safely arrived in Jiangbei. Do you think it is all thanks to your own efforts? After listening to my countless questions, he suddenly realized it must be my third uncle who has been behind me all along. He told me that third uncle is the only one who has been good to him, always encouraging him even though he knows he is useless. Third uncle teaches him martial arts, gives him medicine, and never gives up on him even if he doesn't make progress. I am really surprised how third uncle is even closer to you than your own father. He looked puzzled and told me that third uncle is his father's younger brother. He has always taken care of them, because, due to his father, his mother was also neglected. When I heard this, I seemed to realize something. I always feel that the cult master's head is shining green. Just at this moment, the system finally came out and revealed to Li Fuqing that the truth is the Earth-level option. I couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. He was born in the demonic cult, the son of the cult master, but he was despised by everyone in the family because he was naturally useless. However, his third uncle has always stood by him. Upon further questioning, third uncle has always shown great love and care towards the mother and son. Ironically, his biological father has been very cold towards his mother. I seem to have discovered a little secret. But the system has already been launched. I can only play dumb and pretend to be unaware. Your third uncle is such a kind person. Li Fuqing was even more touched after hearing that. Yes. I do miss him a bit. I just followed the original system instructions. Why didn't I receive any rewards? Do I have to pretend to be even more clueless? In fact, I have a kind uncle taking care of me just like you. Without him, I would have long been in trouble. It's fortunate to have caring uncles in the world. Finishing the task is considered complete. These words really move the junior sisters. Originally, senior brother has been quietly unnoticed. It's all because he's naturally useless and unable to cultivate. Senior brother, it's all our fault for wrongly accusing you. I was speechless at that moment, and Li Fuqing also realized it. No wonder I felt so close to you as soon as we met. Turns out our experiences are so similar. If I call you Big Brother, would you dare to accept? Sure enough, there are people with main character settings. Not long after speaking a few words, the system has already intervened numerous times. I cannot be your big brother. We just met by chance. Also, don't be so open and trusting with someone you've just met. Following the system's request, I rejected him. The indifference of the junior sisters towards me is even more astonishing. After listening to my words, Li Fuqing had a moment of enlightenment. After all, he is also a protagonist in the story. I gave him a martial arts manual that I picked up from a street stall. Goodbye, fate brings us together to meet again. And then I turned around and left. Reporting. Sir, the Three Sisters Horn mode is activated again. Why did you save the people of the demonic cult? How do you know they are lying? What did you give them before leaving? Senior brother, just tell me, we will give you a massage when you return home. Yes. Special massage. Do you want me to ask for this little favor? I'll count to 3. Whoever causes trouble will lose points. Just as I counted to 1, the 3 sisters obediently stood still and closed their mouths. To be on the safe side, I made 3 rules with them. They are not allowed to tell anyone what I did along the way, not to recommend me to others to do the iron sigil, and to each go their own way and not have any further contact. When mentioning the last point, I specifically glanced at Zijin. Ah, I was glared at again, so scary, so exciting. Seeing Zijin shudder, I'm secretly happy. My sharp little gaze is quite useful. Junior sisters are all very sad about my indifference, except Zijin, of course. Alright, now that everyone understands, let's go back. Yes, even though senior brother is very reluctant, the junior sisters still agreed. As a disciple of a prestigious sect, I have a righteous and upright demeanor, yet I saved the son of the cult master of the demonic cult. Junior sisters all expressed concern that you might be a rat. But I simply used a sharp look to warn them not to tell anyone about what I have done along the way. Finally back at sect, I had the junior sisters return to me the grass shoes, grass hat, and other items that I had given them. I also rewarded Zijin with a bottle of wildflower honey, as the promised prize for the best performance before leaving. Zijin was stunned. She felt like she was being praised instead of criticized. Then I returned to the tribunal hall as agreed. I left the junior sisters looking bewildered. Especially Ultimate Sucker regrets not being rude and deceitful towards her earlier. Senior brother just said not to contact each other if there's no problem. But what if there is a problem? Zijin revealed the secret with just 1 sentence. I completed the trial task with the junior sisters. I am reporting back to senior brother. I told him that the children's disappearances are related to the Azura Sanctum. They may cause trouble again soon. Then I obtained the special attribute of hang time from the property there. In the earlier report, I deliberately concealed the matter of the secret manual. As soon as the report ended, I immediately flew to the back hill using the newly learned hang time. Just as I was about to start digging for the secret manual, a big calico cat walked out from behind me. Go away, I warned it not to seek death. Roar, it still pounced over. No choice. I unleashed my eye power and gave it a glare. Meow, the big cat immediately submitted. I think this big cat is a little silly. I think it must be raised by that bandit leader. Ask it where the secret manual is hidden, meow. The Persian cat confidently pointed under the tree to show him. But just as I was about to start digging, the system unexpectedly asked me to prepare myself. It seems that this secret manual is really extraordinary. So I put on a black veil. I poured a bottle of vodka onto the ground. I put on the tools for the job. At this moment, I unexpectedly discovered a black meteor centipede. Catch it and bring it back for a big boost. Ready to prepare, I finally dug out the treasure, and the mission is also completed. Opening it up, inside there are several large spiritual stones and a secret manual. I couldn't help but marvel at how wealthy the minions of the demonic cult are. I roughly flipped through the secret manual and found it to be quite complicated. So, I decided to take it back and read it slowly while on the toilet. Wow, I spent the whole night in the toilet. Oh no, I spent the whole night researching the secret manual and forgot to greet senior brother. I quickly walked to the Blue Heart Pavilion. Senior brother, I'm back. The next moment, I was pulled in by a hand. I punched at the martial arts secret manual all night. Then I remembered I forgot to greet senior brother, but as soon as I knocked on the door, I was dragged in by a pair of rough big hands. Come on, we haven't played chess for 2 days. My hands are itching, senior brother urgently said as he helped me to the table. According to tradition, I'll play as the black pieces. But senior brother unexpectedly knocked the chess pieces out of my hand with one hand. As a sign of respect for playing the black pieces, why did he still pick up the black pieces? There must be some new gameplay here. While playing chess, senior brother kept muttering about Beiran. It's been 5 years, and you've always been listed as a named disciple without officially apprenticing. Senior brother, you also know that I lack talent. Just being able to play chess with you is satisfying enough for me. I quickly interrupted his words. In fact, it's not that I'm not striving for excellence. Since my first martial arts competition after entering the sect, the system has never allowed me to win. As I was thinking about it, the system popped up, but there were no options this time. It seems that winning or losing doesn't matter this time, so I rolled up my sleeves and said, "Let's not leave. I will fight until dawn." In the blink of an eye, it was already evening. Both senior brother and I were covered in sweat. Seeing senior brother happy, I decided to take a month off. Knock, 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 knock. At this moment, there came a hurried knocking at the door. It turned out to be my hall master personally coming to see me. Blue Heart Hall's rule is, as long as it doesn't involve matters of life and death, you cannot disturb someone in the middle of a game of chess. Is there something significant happening? I felt a sense of foreboding. Ha ha ha, don't be nervous. Just come over. The hall master is full of compassion and light. I told the hall master that I just enlightened to an advanced level with senior brother, and we plan to seclude ourselves for a month. Stop babbling. Come with me now, or you won't get any good fruits to eat in the future. The hall master smiled, and his voice entered my mind. At this moment, a message popped up. It seems I have no choice but to go with him. He took me to the floating plum pavilion. I have brought the person you wanted, Dharma Protector you. What are you standing there for, Dharma Protector you? Sit down quickly, sit down quickly. Watching his hall master act like a bootlicker, I was mentally cursing his entire bloodline. My hall master, if you act like this, you won't be able to pick up girls. My hall master is a simp. He doesn't hesitate to break the rules, and even threatens me to follow him. In the end, it's just to bring me in front of Dharma Protector you. Straight to the point, Dharma Protector you came up and questioned me directly. You came back and ran away immediately. Are you trying to avoid me? The system popped up, and I replied, yes, even though it's very impolite, I can only obey the system. Wow. Jiang Beiran. Are you feeling itchy, young man? Facing Hall Master's criticism, Dharma Protector you only took action to stop it. She also said she wants to talk to me alone. Before leaving, Hall Master also whispered in my ear, I'll put in a good word for you. The junior sisters have already told her everything that happened along the way. She knows that I have unlimited potential. But she also said she wouldn't force me onto the path of cultivation. After saying that, she left. Hall Master humbly seeing off Dharma Protector you. Dharma Protector you said she has something to attend to today and will come find Hall Master for guidance next time. This made Hall Master very happy. He, next time? There will be a next time. Suddenly he noticed I was still beside him. He coughed twice to cover up. You did well this time. You have one face for our hall. I'll count this as a merit for you. Build a good relationship with Dharma Protector you. Learn from each other. In my heart I thought, I see through your little tricks. I trust you, my foot. On the other hand, have you arranged everything for Big Dummy to dine with the accomplice who conspired against Ultimate Sucker last time? I dare not neglect Mr. Chen's orders. We have cast a wide net. What did they do to cause such a big commotion? Ku boss might have hit a snag, or maybe it's Mystic 8 layer. No need to be afraid, our gang leader is a grand mystic master. Knock knock knock. Just as we were speaking, the scout reported back 6 individuals have entered the town, all wearing straw hats, fitting the description. Searchin is very pleased. Huh? Where? It turns out that it was Li Fuqing who brought several people into the city. This time he gathered all his subordinates to protect himself. The maid on the side complained that the straw hat was too ugly. Li Fuqing told her that Brother Wang, an old Jianghu, always wears that kind of hat, so it must be effective. We caused so much trouble before because we were too conspicuous. This time we must be more careful. The cult master of demonic cult Sun ran away from home to wander the Jianghu, and was attacked by bandits. Thanks to me bringing junior sisters with me, we saved him. To reduce the risk, he learned from me, and put on a straw hat to keep a low profile. However, he was still mistaken for me, and became a target. Mr. Chen also specifically checked that the money they used to buy things was the same as the money I used before. So Mr. Chen ordered his subordinates to stir up some trouble next to them. Coincidentally, the deputy gang leader also heard that his hall master had been beaten, and came to find out the situation. Sesame paste tastes so bad, yet they dare to sell it? Today, I will rid the people of this harm. These bandits have started a self-directed performance. Facing the shopkeeper's plea for mercy, the bandits just kicked him. But it was in this situation that Li Fuqing's gang ate and drank. They didn't want to just stand by, but they really couldn't afford to cause trouble. Did you think it was your skill that made your first trip safe? He remembered what I said. Yeah. If third uncle really sent someone to help us secretly, then it's fine to be looked after. At this point, he asked his subordinates to help out. Stop it! The maidservant ascended and let out of the lioness's roar. Sir Chen and deputy gang leader saw this brazen behavior and were not happy about it. They called for more people to join, and the deputy gang leader ordered more people to come up. Seeing the situation escalating, Li Fuqing began to feel worried. At this moment, a young hero drew his sword and joined in, protecting him. The young hero said he is Zhou Guijia from the Misty Void sect, and he is pleased to meet you. As the deputy gang leader was watching, he suddenly called for a stop. It turned out he recognized the identity of Li Fuqing's son, Sir Chen, cult master of the demonic cult. Sir Chen was taken aback. What was he here for? Had that matter been exposed? After much consideration, to avoid unnecessary misunderstandings, the deputy gang leader sent people to protect Li Fuqing secretly, and also arranged for the matter to be handled by the authorities at Peak Prefecture. In the dead of night, Li Fuqing was still reading. His maid asked him, "You've been reading constantly these days. Is the book more interesting than I am?" It turns out that he was reading the secret manual I gave him. In his heart, I have already become an esteemed person. The maid also said, "Ever since meeting Brother Wang, my luck has improved. Not only did I not get into trouble today, but I also met a handsome young man." I sneezed. I had a big sneeze. Dang dang dang. The sect calls everyone to gather. I will finish refining the heavenly materials before discussing the big matter. Everyone has already gathered except me. They are spreading the news that Senior Brother Wu has returned. Wu Qingsa has been targeted by Hell's courier. Even if you hide in a dung pit, you can't escape. Senior Brother, who is that senior sister next to you? Hey Senior Brother, why did you hit me? Your eyeballs are almost falling to the ground from staring. Introduction to the Heart-Returning Sect. At the sect's recent conference in Jiangbei, 5 disciples stood out. Among them, Lin Yuyan from Ink Rain Hall excels in both literary and martial arts, while Wu Qingsa from Starlight Hall emerged victorious in the martial arts competition. Everyone is congratulating the two of them. Senior Brother Wu has such a strong presence that I dare not look at him directly, fool. Is that the reason you are staring at Senior Sister Lin? Where is Senior Brother? Why didn't I see him? Both of them are thinking about the same question. Lin Yuyan chatted with her fellow disciples, and then left in a hurry. She carefully looked around to make sure no one was there. She then arrived at senior brother's residence. No matter how hard she knocked on the door, there was no response. It seems that he has gone on patrol again. Let's wait a while. On the other side, Wu Qingce arrived at the forest and is also looking for senior brother. Suddenly, fog enveloped the area as they walked. Huh? What's this? Sensing the danger, he was about to play the flute for help. He thought again. I have finished reading all the formation books given to me by senior brother. This time, I will break the formation on my own and make him look at me with new eyes. The fragrance wafted over, and he told himself not to be anxious, to first explore the formation. Lin, Jun, Zhe, Lai, Willa Willa, Open Sesame, Om Mani Padme Hum. He chanted a bunch of spells and formed many seals. He rushed forward, and in the time it takes to drink a cup of tea, he reached the front. Who am I, and where am I? He, who has not yet broken the formation, felt doubtful about life. Ah! It shouldn't take this long to break the formation. Senior brother is so amazing. Otherwise, I should ask for help. But he is constantly tangled up in his mind, twisted into a mess. Suddenly, a black shadow dashed past. Who's there? Who's there? Top contender in the sects martial arts competition, Wu Qingce got himself stuck in a maze trap while looking for senior brother. He tried to rely on his own strength to escape and took out a book on formations, but no matter how skillfully he tried, he couldn't find his way out. Just as he was on the brink of despair, a dark figure flashed by. The person was holding a large machete and charging towards him. Swish, swish, swish. Wu Qingce used his most proud throwing dart. Not a single dart was wasted, all hitting the target. But the enemies are still lively and jumping around, surprisingly having no effect. No matter how Wu Qingce tries different methods to shoot the dart out, it just doesn't work. Clang! The blades clashed, and Wu Qingce was knocked and sent flying out. Hey, wake up! I heard a familiar voice, and he finally woke up. Senior brother? Didn't I ask you to play the flute to notify me when you come? What are you wandering around for? I scolded him, and then hit him in the head. Although he apologized in a somewhat sincere manner, I have no intention of letting him off so easily. If you want to cause trouble, then go ahead. If you can't handle it, just call for help. If I hadn't arrived quickly, you would have been finished, you know? I quickly took out the antidote for him to smell. If I had been any later, the poison would have spread throughout his body. Just one breath is enough. Why did you inhale so much? I can't contain my anger, and I gave him a punch on the head. I would be dumb if you hit me again, senior brother, forget it. It's not easy for me to finally receive a junior without system alerts. Let's cultivate him slowly. I sighed. That was, in early autumn 4 years ago, the rule of harbor turning sect was to go down the mountain for cultivation once every 2 months. The lovely junior sister confessed her feelings in front of everyone in the line that time. The system ended up giving me all the advanced rewards options, which completely trapped me. It was a pure death trap. What else can I do? I can only choose the worst reward. I told her I only see her as a younger sister, but a junior sister. She still seems unwilling to give up. The option task is activated. Resolve the hostility of the 3 junior brothers, or kill them. The reward is still a yellow level middle tier. Looking at the gazes of these 3 junior brothers, who are either rich or noble, I really feel helpless. Killing them is easy, but I can't handle it if their father seeks revenge. I can only take them down one by one. I am doing business with the 2nd generation rich. I teach them how to court girls. The stubborn Qingce is the only one left, so I can only fight with him. Luckily, the fight subdued him. We made a deal that he can't reveal my true strength to others, and he became my underling. For years ago, I led the team down the mountain to cultivate. Junior sister confessed her love to me publicly. This attracted the hostility of the junior brothers. I thought I had successfully won them over. But Wang Yuan took a double-dealing approach and set a trap in secret. He poisoned me on the way, and I died without knowing the reason. It looks like the mission that had been completed is now in vain. Today my little brother came specially to report the results of the martial arts competition to me. He won the first place and bragged about it. I thought to myself, so, is this the reason why you challenged the formation? No. I mainly want you to see my progress. Looking at his sincerity, well, it's a good thing. I won't scold you this time. Remember for next time, it's easiest to fall when you're most proud. Yes, xianxia, keep it in mind. The heart-returning sect is indeed carrying out my intentions. Looking at the obedient little brother, I am very proud. Besides the antidote for the broken formation injury, I also gave him many detoxifying medicines, telling him to vomit quickly if he ingests poison and to drink a cup before each meal. Oh! xianxia, he asked if someone would poison him? I told him the person who ranked first in the true martial hall competition last time is now crippled, and then he understood. I also gave him some shadowless darts, and told him to cultivate diligently. I also inquired about the martial arts competition for him. In fact, I have already treated him as my own junior brother. I have fed him a lot of medicine in these 4 years, which is why his cultivation level has improved so fast. Junior brother told me that he recently discovered a second-rank thunder pattern beast and wants to challenge it to break through to the mystic master level. I gladly accept. Instruct him that if there are 3 or more, I will assist him. I give him the materials he needs to collect, then I was going to be busy. Who knows, he hesitated and still wanted to say something. If you don't want to say it, then don't, I retorted back. He dilly-dallied for half a day. Turns out he just wanted to have a little bout with me. 100 flowers in bloom, the young man yelled as he charged over. And I just raised my hand lightly to catch his sword. Too slow, I casually used a set of shadowless sword techniques on him. Junior brother squatting on the ground with a disheartened look drew circles. Aren't you too slow? Isn't it better to throw a dart and attack with a sword at the same time? I can't do it yet. How did you manage to master it then? I'm sorry, senior brother. I will definitely practice diligently when I go back. After saying that, he ran back. Back to my room at night, senior brother heard the sound and took a look. It turned out to be little junior sister. She waited all day just to give me local specialties. Then she left. Senior brother said a whole 7 words to me today. He even took out the gift I gave him in front of me. This must be mutual affection, oh my. Little junior sister gently patted the tree. It turns out that the observation of these 4 years has been worth it. Senior brother is very low-key and cannot be contacted in crowded places. But it's worth it. After all, he is senior brother. Ugly hour is one of senior brother's good mood times. I have to remember that. My hall master is a bootlicker. He doesn't hesitate to break the hall rules in order to please his woman. One day, he called me to have tea with him. I glimpsed at the cups on the bookshelf, and they looked familiar. Upon closer inspection, aren't these the ones Dharma Protector you used for tea that day? This has become a collection now. Sure enough, tea is not just for drinking. This time he asked me to come and inquire about how things are going with what I mentioned last time about enhancing friendship with Dharma Protector you. But it's only been a day since then. I told him we play chess while they play musical instruments. Isn't it too awkward without a suitable opportunity? Hall Master said if things really can't work out, you can go fight. Weren't you applying to build another cultivation hall? If this matter is successful, I will approve it. Such an abuse of power. But it's not that I don't want to help you either. The junior sisters at Water Mirror Hall are all too dangerous. if they say just 2 words, this annoying system of mine has to pop up and give them advanced rewards. Just when I wanted to persist in refusing, the system popped up and made me agree. Has Isekai'd actually moved the system? I can only do it this way. At the Water Mirror Hall, Zijin played a song with countless flaws. But the men seated below praised more and more, one after another, embarrassingly. Zijin couldn't help but think that if senior brother were here, he would definitely scold me for being clumsy. No, thinking about this is making my heart beat really fast. I really want to be scolded by Sister Zijin again. Good news. The triplets told him that senior brother is coming. We can go take a look. It's normal for us to run into him at the Water Mirror Hall, right? Zijin immediately perked up. Good. Let's invite Xiaoyu too. I came to Water Mirror Hall to search for love for the lapdog, but the manager pointed in the direction of the main gate. You should go queue up. Those are all here to find Dharma Protector you. I really think it's a serious offense. When the top beam is not straight, the lower beams will be crooked. Those junior brothers are willing to kill for women. They all have some heritage. Yes. Since there are so many people, I can totally tell the hall master that I haven't seen anything, right? Where should I go to kill time now? I was just thinking of slipping away. Beiran? How did you get here? Damn. It's the voice of Dharma Protector you. This world is truly full of malice towards me. I was just thinking of finding a reason to leave, and the steward told Dharma Protector that I was here to see her. Thank you. Looking for me? Hall Master forced me to find a dog licking love for him, but here you can see that all the dog lickers are already lining up. I am secretly happy that I can slip away this time. But I was caught by Hall Master's love anyway. Dharma Protector you didn't even ask and said she understood, asking me to go with her. I was about to explain. The system just popped up, telling me to go with her. This darn system. Beiran, you coming to find me means you have figured things out, right? So, as she said this, she noticed me deep in thought. It was only then that I recovered. I told her I smelled a wonderful fragrance. In this mirror garden, with countless plants and trees, can you distinguish the smells? I told her that I also enjoy flowers and plants on a regular basis. Oh, your hobbies are quite diverse. Did your hall master say you also enjoy calligraphy and painting? You have never really given up on yourself after all. I exclaimed. This dog teammate really sold out their teammates thoroughly. No, I have to play dumb to the end. Hi, those are all blind practices. It's all for establishing friendly relations with Water Mirror Hall, working together. You, Blue Heart Hall, focus on chess. How can we progress together? Dharma Protector you is quite puzzled. You are absolutely right. I will go back and report to the hall master immediately. Alas, why didn't you try to negotiate more? Dharma Protector you held me back. What you said is so reasonable that I was speechless. In the next moment, Dharma Protector you actually said the same thing as Hall Master. You should get married. Your thought processes are too alike. Next, Dharma Protector you kept praising me, while I kept modestly responding. Unable to persuade me, Dharma Protector you had no choice but to take me to find the source of the fragrance first. She took me to the front of Hall Master Manor while saying so. Suddenly, I felt a strong sense of oppression. I stood still as the system instructed. Then a hand rested on my shoulder. Who? I couldn't help but shout out when I turned around. Is this the little friend you brought along? I am looking for the source of the strange fragrance. We arrived at Hall Master Manor, and suddenly I sensed a powerful aura. At that moment, a hand patted on my shoulder. I turned around and saw a beautiful mature woman in front of me. Dharma Protector told me that she is the Hall Master. Although I've heard that she is beautiful, how can her fans handle such beauty? I told Hall Master that I am here to find the source of the fragrance. Oh, describe this fragrance for me. Hall Master rewards. The fragrance is not strong, but very long-lasting. It has a hint of citrus, and a slight scent of orchid. Impressive. To be able to accurately describe the scent of jade exquisite from the myriad flowers. I was right on target. This fragrance sure is jade exquisite. Come, let's go inside. I'd really like to see what other skills you have, Hall Master. He hugged me and led me into the room. Dharma Protector, you stayed behind waiting at the door, while our conversation could be heard from inside the room. Hall Master, sure, am I not gentle enough? Why don't you demonstrate it to me? All right, Hall Master, sure, please observe carefully. When I came out, Dharma Protector, you asked us what we were doing. I said Hall Master sure mentioned that her kapok fern was looking a bit lackluster, so she asked me to take a look. Oh! I thought it looked quite good. Dharma Protector, you had a puzzled look on her face. Plants need to be examined in detail. Uneven leaf sizes and disordered vein patterns indicate that there is already an imbalance within it. What should we do then? Dharma Protector, you echoed nearby, saying that to make it grow well, we need to remove its heart. This kapok fern looks strong but is actually fragile. When removing the heart, care must be taken not to damage the underlying parts. Hall Master was very satisfied with my answer and asked me to look at something else. I stand up. Then I accidentally saw some paid content. I quickly turned my head away. Ha ha ha, Hall Master laughed loudly. You are much more interesting than those old relics, who dare not look at what they want to see. At my repeated requests, Hall Master finally agreed to take me to see Jade Exquisite. The road was lined with various flowers and plants, some of which I had only seen in books. Do you like them? Hall Master said smugly. I like them. It's just a pity. Unfortunately, they weren't well taken care of, right? I quickly apologized. Hall Master told me not to worry. Usually, she does find pleasure in looking at these flowers and plants, but it's always taken care of by others on regular days. I admire Hall Master for collecting so many precious plant species without knowing much about flowers. Ha ha. Hall Master couldn't help but laugh. They were all gifts from others? Others gave them? WTF. But come to think of it, she does have so many little dogs. We finally arrived at the place where Jade Exquisite is. I was completely absorbed in watching when Hall Master arrived. She simply gave it to me, but with two conditions. One is to help take care of the plants and flowers here in the future. Disciple, I'll do as commanded. This is simply too easy for me. And to be able to get the seeds of these precious plants and flowers, isn't that a great deal? This is the second one. You have to play rock, paper, scissors and beat me. Disciple, I will obey. Huh? Rock, paper, scissors? Hall Master saw that I was very fond of Jade Exquisite, so he said he wanted to give it to me. As long as I agreed to two conditions, one of which is to help her take care of the flowers and plants in the future. The second condition is to play a game of rock, paper, scissors, and win her if you want this Jade Exquisite. You must win a game of rock, paper, scissors against me, otherwise don't even think about it. The style of Hall Master suddenly changed. Can I indulge you then, since you're coming? Who's afraid of whom? So we agreed that the first one to drink lying down loses. On the other side, the junior sisters were waiting at the door to meet me. King of drinks. Never sinks. Hall Master, sure, please have a drink. Our drinking game is also in full swing. Humph. Drink if you must. Another round. Hall Master sure is already a little tipsy. Speaking of addiction, hers is really serious. If it wasn't for her holding the alcohol, I would have thought she came to trick us into drinking. In the blink of an eye, we have already finished 3 barrels. But the system came out and made me continue to play finger-guessing game to prolong the time. An hour has passed. Hall Master sure can no longer recognize me and the pillar. Do you really want to make Hall Master pass out? Dharma Protector, you can't bear to see this no power. I advised Hall Master to stop, but she insisted and wouldn't relent. No matter how Dharma Protector advises her, it's of no use. Wuh! I don't need no babysitter. She even resorted to using her ultimate move. At the sight of this Dharma Protector telling me to quickly flee when I start fighting with the Hall Master, I readily agreed. After a series of struggles, the Hall Master finally laid down. I looked closely, and found that her tattoo had faded. Turns out it was drawn on. The junior sisters have practiced many lines in order to meet the senior brother by chance. But Zijin seems to have become tired of it, and took everyone back. I followed the system prompt, and entrusted the Hall Master to the Dharma Protector before leaving. Junior sister, Senior Sister Lin made an iron sigil to express gratitude. Senior Sister Lin just smiled, and praised them for being smarter than she was back in the days. But she had memories of the trial she went through with senior brother when they descended the mountain that year, and his caring words of, "Drink more water." She felt a strong sense of security just thinking about it. She came to the back mountain to practice, and joyfully discovered the traces left by senior brother. She greedily picked up the thing in front of her, and absorbed senior brother's scent. She saw the little note and gift left by senior brother. She was even more flustered. Is this the promise of 3 lifetimes? Oh no! She shyly smashed the table with her small fists. She put on the gift from senior brother. It turns out that he likes this style. I want to get the legendary Jade Exquisite. I promised to have a fistfight with the Hall Master of Water Mirror Hall. I ended up drinking her until she passed out. The next day, I hesitated about whether to go or not to raise flowers after drinking her like that yesterday. Oh well. I better go patrolling the mountains first. But as soon as I opened the door, I saw the Dharma Protector standing there. She actually came to tell me that the Hall Master had just finished acting crazy from the alcohol yesterday and still wants to see me today. She's really careless. Aren't you worried about what happened after you left yesterday? Yes, I responded coldly. You are really. I don't know whether to say you are deep or indifferent. Just afraid of death. I'm just being honest. Do you really see the heart-returning sect as so dangerous? I find the entire continent dangerous. We arrived at the place where the Hall Master is. Why didn't I bring back Jade Exquisite yesterday? I told her that I drank too much and forgot about it yesterday. Haha, I told you I'm very good at drinking games. How about today The sentence was not completed. She noticed the resentful gaze of Dharma Protector Yu, and quickly changed the topic to something serious. She asked me to take away Jade Exquisite, and reminded me to help her take care of the flowers. Hall Master asked Dharma Protector Yu, I remember today is not your turn to patrol the hall, right? But Dharma Protector Yu let Dharma Protector's son take over. Hall Master drove away Dharma Protector, feeling disdainful because the plan did not succeed. Beiran, you find a way to drive Manhwa away so we can continue playing. Rock, paper, scissors. Hall Master actually conspired with me using brainwaves. I turned back and gave her a disdainful look. Huh? Aren't you going to use secret transmission of sound this time? Then let me teach you. Before she could finish, I had already secretly told the Dharma Protector. The Dharma Protector immediately became furious. Hall Master, did you forget our 3 rules of agreement? No, listen to me explain. No, let me explain. Really, you shouldn't listen to his nonsense. Hall Master. The Dharma Protector showed a confession is good for leniency expression. Alright, I was wrong, Hall Master reluctantly admitted. After a battle of wits and courage, I can finally come out and focus on growing flowers, Senior Brother Jiang. The Hall Master is calling for you to go over. Here I come, I quickly respond. What does this bootlicker want now? After much effort, I finally managed to avoid playing drinking games with the beautiful Hall Master. I thought I could peacefully take care of my flowers, but the clingy Hall Master is calling me again. He keeps praising me whenever he sees me, saying, "I knew you could do it. You truly deserve to be the most outstanding disciple of our Blue Heart Hall." I was left puzzled, but then it turns out that Dharma Protector U has approved a collaboration of 2 halls. I haven't even discussed this with Dharma Protector U yet. I feel helpless. However, thanks to this hall master, he agreed to give me a piece of land in the back mountain. It couldn't be better, as I was worried about not having a place to grow flowers. On the other hand, Water Mirror Hall is also announcing the collaboration. The Dharma Protector told the disciples that there will be a friendly match in 3 days. Upon hearing this news, the junior sisters are all happy to be able to see me again. With so many halls, we happen to collaborate with Blue Heart Hall. It must be fate. The 3 sisters immediately took the initiative to take charge of the Tea Atmosphere group. Zijin is responsible for recording. The ultimate sucker is most willing, and she directly invited everyone to her room. Finally, the day has arrived. The competition is hosted by 2 hall masters. Sitting beside Dharma Protector U, Hall Master Zhang was not in the mood to watch the competition. This kind of matter should have been taken care of by the hall master, but your hall master, as always, is making things difficult for you, Dharma Protector U. Is your chair comfortable to sit on? Is your position convenient for viewing? This bootlicker keeps offering their dedication tirelessly. Other disciples also let their minds wander when they see the beauties of Water Mirror Hall. Only I am still here focusing on cultivating flowers. Aren't you participating in the competition? Hall Master sure walked out. Didn't you also not go? I replied. I am the Hall Master. The privileged class, haha. I am just a registered disciple who has not formally joined, but still has privileges. Hall Master sure feels helpless about someone who is so arrogant even without formally joining the sect. This is the little Beiran that I admire. While nobody's around, shall we do something exciting? Exciting? As a hall master, not attending the competition between the 2 halls. She even wants to do exciting things with me. Come and play. This is really fun. As the distinguished hall master, you must fulfill your duties. Ah, it's not too late to go to Gooseback Summit now, I said helplessly. I don't want to. I didn't volunteer to be the hall master. You can wait for them to come back and find someone else to play with. They don't even dare to look at me, let alone play with me. I dare not either. My voice sounds slightly aggrieved. How could it be true? Clearly you've already played, yet you refuse to show any consideration like that. But no matter what Hall Master says, I only have the flowers and plants in front of me in my heart. She left in anger after saying harsh words. But she came back in less than 2 minutes, ha ha ha. Little Beiran, look at this. She's holding a box with a mischievous smile on her face. She seemed to have me all figured out. I was truly shocked. Isn't this the sole infant fruit that blooms once every 20 years and yields results once every 20 years? And she has it. Frustrated by the system, all I could do was scream in my heart. I used my nose to sniff it, and sure enough, it's a treasure. Just one sniff, and it feels like I'm about to ascend to heaven. Hee hee, do you really like it? Yes, yes. My attention is completely focused on this treasure. I have no time to conceal my excitement. Although judging from the system reward, this treasure is quite extraordinary. But even the god of wealth himself appears, it will still be mine today. I have a dream, that is, to make the system no longer give rewards other than basic attributes. As for how to achieve this, it would be great to be invincible. I remember a few years ago when I just arrived, triggering the system dozens of times a day was just routine. But now, after patrolling the mountain for half a day, there are only a few tasks. It seems that the hard-returning sect is threatening me less and less. So, as long as I become so powerful that no one can challenge me, there won't be any advanced options anymore. When she saw how silly I looked, she became even more pleased. I knew you liked these weird things. If making me happy amuses you, Then you can have it. How about that? She really spends money without a care. In the past 5 years, she hasn't appeared in any formal occasions. The operations in the hall are all taken care of by Dharma Protector You. She, as the hall master, slacks off every day, yet there are still so many rare treasures. There must be someone behind her. Could this fella be some young miss from a certain family? The higher-ups of the hard-returning sect clearly know her background, but choose to turn a blind eye. Play. Faced with the treasure in front of me, I can't care about that much either. This person, as hall master, never attends any official events and slacks off all day. She must have gotten in through connections, and even wants to drag me along to slack off together. Humph. Because she gave such precious treasures. Great. Oh no! Dharma Protector You heard the noise in the room and stopped in front of the door. And my hall master is also here. I'm in an awkward social situation. Are you having fun? He cursed in his heart. Hall master. Dharma Protector You broke in, but they did not catch the adultery in bed. We were just playing dice. Dharma Protector You is back. Thank you for your hard work today. With a face full of notes, she awkwardly sends her regards. Didn't you promise me not to cause trouble with Disciple anymore? Not causing trouble, just playing around a bit, no drinking. In front of Dharma Protector You, she is like a child, even though she is also a child without Dharma Protector You. It was senior brother Jiang who requested that hall master not drink. The disciple on the side chuckled secretly. And you too? Why are you fooling around with the hall master again? I've warned you before. At this moment, seeing the system, I suddenly realized that it seems Dharma Protector You agreed to interact with Blue Heart Hall to force me to cultivate. I have to continue playing dumb. Big or small? I treat Dharma Protector You as heir. I am ready to continue shaking. If Hall Master doesn't speak, I will remind you. Not playing anymore? If not playing, I will leave. Oh! Wait! I bet big. It must be big this time. She really can't resist the temptation of the game. 1, 3, 5, 9 points are all small. I will count them out for her to see. With a slap, I mercilessly pasted another note on her forehead. It's my turn to shake. At this moment, Dharma Protector You behind me has activated death breathing. How about you join in on the fun? Indeed, people who are carefree are the most terrifying. Jiang Beiran, I am talking to you. Dharma Protector couldn't help it anymore and slammed the table hard. In order to skip the competition, I can only do this. Are you angry because of the competition? Yes, I did this to explain to your hall master before agreeing. Well, I really didn't pamper her at all. Are they arguing? They should be, right. The hall master and junior sister standing aside were both frightened. Dharma Protector You saw that I was being tough, so he apologized for arranging things without my permission. I don't accept it. Why? Why should I forgive you just because you apologized to me? I still refuse to back down. I didn't do anything excessive. Dharma Protector You started to feel aggrieved. Thank you for caring about me so much, but I have already told you my thoughts. Yet you still want to control me. I won't confide in you in the future. Would an average person express themselves so directly? Both of them were itching to hide under the table. I didn't even wait for her to finish. Hall Master, sure, do you want to continue? I directly interrupted her.
I won't talk to you anymore. You guys would rather crawl under the table. I didn't wait for her to finish. Hall Master, sure, should I continue? I interrupted her directly. I'm here to help. I skipped the game to roll dice with Hall Master Sure. I was discovered by Dharma Protector You. Faced with her preaching, I retorted until she had nothing to say. In the end, I even invited Hall Master to continue playing. She can be flexible as well. She sincerely apologized to me once again. After hearing this, the Hall Master stood frozen, calling my name slowly and hesitantly. If I make appropriate compensation, can you forgive me, Dharma Protector? You added. In that case, yes, I finally relented. The conversation was settled. So, Dharma Protector, do you want to join in and play a few rounds too? I persuaded her to join in. Yes, let's play together. Hallmaster Sure also encouraged. No more playing. Dharma Protector vented all her anger on Hallmaster's head. So I left first. I ignored Hallmaster Sure's tragic wail. I am really looking forward to what kind of compensation Dharma Protector will give me now. The next day, I was watering the flowers when Hallmaster came to play with me again. I asked her if she likes fishing, but she only likes activities like rock, paper, scissors and playing cards. This Hallmaster is really a big kid. He doesn't like drinking but always insists on wanting to drink. She always carries a spear, but inside it is filled with pollen that smells like tobacco but is not addictive. Gambling skills are so bad that they always drag you into playing. After giving it some thought, I decided to show off my cooking skills to her today. After the meal was ready, it received high praise from the hall master, but there was only one fish. She hasn't had enough to eat yet. Do you want to go fishing now? I asked. The enthusiasm of the hall master immediately reached its peak. Dharma Protector arrived as soon as she smelled the scent, and heard that the hall master is going fishing with me. This may surprise her. I also invited her, but unfortunately she is quite busy. However, she said she has something good to show me. I saw her taking out marigold seeds to compensate me. I gladly accepted. I carefully planted the seeds. Chirp chirp. A silly bird flew over. I took the message it brought. It says on the message that the birch tree forest has reached its limit of 3 mythical beasts. It seems I should also head down the mountain for a visit. And then I flew away in a flash. My subordinates, in order to improve their strength, want to challenge the second-ranked mythical beast. I told them that if there are 3 or more, they should call me to join. Finally, on this day, they sent a foolish bird to deliver a message to me. I made an appointment to meet him at the restaurant. When he saw me coming up, he quickly greeted me. But this time he brought the system out directly. It seems someone is trying to steal our business. I heard that in Hudong City there is another disaster. I deliberately changed the subject. While chatting with him, I was investigating and found a 4th-order mystic master here. I wonder if he has also found the treasure in the birch leaf forest. I immediately called my little brother to leave as soon as I saw the task completed. I told him about the 4-ranked mystic master I found and asked him to be more careful. We changed our location. My little brother told me that besides the thunder pattern beast we saw before, there are 2 other rare mythical beasts. I was very happy this trip was not in vain. Then I decided to enter at the hour of the pig. After the hour arrived, we arrived at the forest. The system prompts the younger brother to emit mythic chi to hurry on the road. It seems that there are indeed problems with the people in the restaurant during the day. When rushing on the road, I detected that person is right behind us. On the other side, inside the birch leaf forest, someone reported to him that there are 2 cultivators approaching our location. One is at the Mystic 9 layer and the other is at the Chi Refining 5 layer. He decided to consult with the boss for a plan of action. The boss said that these mythical beasts are about to go to war. Do not be distracted and kill them. The boss seemed to, but the contact was lost after saying these words. Oh, the next second he was also knocked out and sent flying. The boss, seeing that the opponent's agility was so high, instructed everyone to gather on the tree. Can you run away like this? I and my little brother quickly took care of them in no time. Junior brother, junior sister. I'll fight you. He shouted like that. Others might think we are the antagonists. Without any surprise, I also sent him flying out. Watching the floor full of corpses, junior brother felt guilty, but he didn't manage to be of any help himself. I arranged for him to investigate the origins of these people. While these 2 mythical beasts are quietly preparing to slip away, hey, who allowed you to leave? Sit there. I took my little brother to hunt mythical beasts and halfway there, we were spotted by someone. How could these garbage people beat me? I easily took care of them. Mythical beasts tried to sneak away. Who let you escape? Stay there. I stopped them. 2 little beasts were trembling. Out of their wild instinct, they immediately came to me, trembling and helping each other, behaving obediently like 2 silly huskies. Upon investigation, I found out that they were people from the Living Death's Palace, but they are from the Anjiang Island. I'm not sure why they came here. I poked the woman's lips on the ground. I let my little brother smell something. Seems like hydrangea? Don't say seems like. Give me a definite answer, it is hydrangea. Seeing him so sure, I decided to reward him with a brain explosion. I told him that this is made from the juice of hibiscus mixed with plumbago. It's not sold around here. Where do you think it's sold? Manhwa City. Very well, you go check it out tomorrow. Recite the mnemonic I taught you. Seek benefits when there are any, guard against risks when there are none. I took away their money bags and had my men identify where this is from so we can control their route here. Besides, it's reasonable for us to confiscate this money when we're out and about. You cannot use money from your own hometown to buy things. I kept searching and found a painting. It's really ugly but somehow familiar. Senior brother, come here. Isn't this the person depicted in this drawing? That's so unprofessional to not burn it after looking at it. I express great helplessness. Following the options given by the system, I ignored this painting. Catch up. I'm going with my impatient little brother to fight the mythical beast. I told them there are 2 wild beasts and asked them to send a representative to fight with my little brother, but they looked confused after hearing this. I just realized that these 2 are both second rank, yet they can't understand human language. So I could only grab one by the tail to bring it over for a fight in order to prevent the mythical beast from being in poor condition. I deliberately told him that if my little brother couldn't beat him, I would kill him. Watching Thunder-patterned beast finally go all out, I felt relieved. That's right, kill him. This really scared my younger brother. Okay, senior brother, please don't provoke him. To fulfill my younger brother's wish to fight a mythical beast, I purposely brought him to the forest. I brought over a thunder-patterned beast by its tail to provoke the fighting spirit of the mythical beast. I told it that if it loses, it will be killed. Ready, start. Upon hearing the signal, the mythical beast charged forward like crazy. My little brother is no less outstanding. In an instant, he threw countless of his best hidden weapons. The hidden weapons all hit the mythical beast. The younger brother felt the benefits of the hidden chi technique that I taught him. The opponent will always rely on the amount of mythic chi to judge the power, making them lax in precautions. The younger brother launched another attack with the sword. This is the sword I personally gave him, a second-rank mythical beast. He can't resist at all. But just when he was complacent, the mythical beast launched a surprise attack. The younger brother was heavily beaten and fell to the ground. The mythical beast pounced on him without giving him any chance to catch his breath. Not only that, the third hidden mythical beast also leaped forward. Luckily I was there. I reached out and grabbed its big tooth. You guys wait a moment, I started to preach to my younger brother. But this third mythical beast is still moving erratically, almost ruining my clothes. Be honest. I used a little force and this mythical beast emitted a red light. Interesting. I give you a chance to attack me with all your strength. The red mythical beast maintained the distance well and entered a ready position. It in its graceful figure jumped up, snap. But it was ruthlessly slapped by me. Aren't you the one who wanted a mythical beast mount? How about this one? I asked my younger brother. I was thinking, but isn't this guy too powerful? Mythical beast with fangs. Smack. I gave it another slap. It's okay, just need to discipline it more. After a few rounds, the mythical beast let out a roar in front of me. Are you satisfied? I asked it. I saw it scratching the tree and making sounds. I don't know if it was cursing at people. I asked my little brother again if he wants this mount. After all, the fiery red mythical beast is very unique and should have great potential. Want it? Of course I want it. But if you're not around, I'm afraid I won't be able to control it. My little brother is still a bit worried. No worries, I'll train it more. When it heard me mention the mythical beast, it quickly hit the brakes and hid behind a tree. Don't run away, I won't hit you anymore. You know you can't outrun me, right? The next second I appeared behind it. I smilingly interrupted by breaking the tree. By observing your performance, you seem to understand human speech, right? Here, let's shake hands. I am very pleased to see that the mythical beast is very docile. At this moment, I noticed another mythical beast was actually staring blankly over there. What is it doing being in a daze? Let's continue the battle. So my little brother fought with the mythical beast for almost the time it takes to drink a cup of tea. My little brother defeated the mythical beast. To help him heal, I plan to refine a pill for him. But it will take some time to obtain the Thunder Spirit flower. I think I'll grab some barbecue as a late-night snack first. The scent wafts over, making all 3 mythical beasts drool profusely. I tasted a piece of meat. The meat of this soul devourer is so delicious. After the battle between Junior Brother and the mythical beast, his vitality was injured. I have decided to find a thunder spirit flower to help him recover. Who knew that I would actually find the thunder spirit flower of the thunder tribulation? While waiting for the thunder spirit flower to bloom, Junior brother and I had a barbecue dinner for supper. By the time we finished eating, it was almost time to leave. Before we left, I didn't forget to feed the mythical beast some poison as well. I told it that on the 10th day of taking the month-to-death pill, the mythic chi will go backwards and it will die from body explosion. Maybe you're strong enough not to explode, but you will definitely die a month later. After hearing this, the mythical beast howled for a long time. Translated, it probably means, you jerk, feeding me poison without telling me. I interrupted it and said, come back here every month in the future, and my younger brother will give you the antidote. After eating it 17 or 18 times, the poison will be neutralized. After that, we embarked on a journey to find the thunder spirit flower. After walking for a few minutes, we saw something gathering spiritual chi from heaven and earth in the distance. According to the system prompt, I quickly told everyone to retreat. I saw that the sky above the thunder spirit flower was filled with dark clouds and lightning. I didn't expect that the thunder spirit flower was also undergoing a tribulation. Lightning struck, but the thunder spirit flower remained unharmed. I couldn't help but admire that this was definitely a high-grade variety. Following that, 8 more lightning strikes descended, and the thunder spirit flower successfully passed the tribulation. Upon seeing the system prompt, I thought that such a disturbance would surely attract others, so I decided to quickly clean up the bodies and leave. I cautiously dug out the thunder spirit flower, and was amazed to discover that it had absorbed all the thunder and lightning used for crossing the tribulation. After bidding farewell to the mythical beast, we returned to the sect. The system prompt instructed me to take a detour through the back mountain to go back. I combined the antidote for the mythical beast and some things that it likes, and handed them to my junior apprentice before getting ready to leave. Senior brother, you're not planning to make me go see the blood shadow beast alone, right? What for? A grown man still needs someone to accompany him? I look down on you. I can't defeat it. In case it becomes aggressive. Speak nicely. Senior brother, I promise to complete the mission. Well, this should be fine. But I was just about to leave, senior brother. Seems he still has something to say. Is there anything else? I successfully obtained the thunder spirit flower for treating the injured junior brother. Based on the system prompt, I need to detour from the back mountain back to the sect. But this little junior brother stopped me 2 or 3 times. Is there something going on? I asked. This is the material you asked me to find last time. Besides the silver core ore, everything is complete. He gave me all the items. Very good, but why didn't you wait until you found everything before giving them to me? After contending with the thunder-patterned beast, he felt that he was on the verge of a breakthrough and decided to seclude himself for a month. That's why he decided to give me the items first. I'm delighted that he is progressing so quickly, and have decided to set up a spiritual gathering formation to help him break through when the time comes. After saying that, I disappeared in front of him. Upon reaching the back mountain, I intended to plant the thunder spirit flower, but the system prompted me to find another location. I suddenly realized, could this thunder spirit flower continue to attract thunder? I was just about to find a place when I saw my little brother following me. Seems he is ready. I have laid out the materials for formation, all of which are top-notch quality. The scene moved the junior brother so much that he cried tears of emotion. I asked him to sit down quickly and start cultivating. The formation has been set up, it's all up to you next. The next day, I still came to patrol the mountain and saw a large crowd ahead. After asking, I realized that all these people were here to play chess. I've been here for 5 years and didn't know that there were so many chess enthusiasts in our sect. It turns out that they all came because of the collaboration between Blue Heart Hall and Water Mirror Hall. Don't these people need to practice martial arts? If the leaders are corrupt, the followers will be crooked. These old pervs really give me a headache. Hallmaster, someone is here to visit. Is little Beiran here? Hallmaster sure craned his neck. No, it's Chaotic Stars Hall's Dharma Protector who came. See, I told you I'm not in. Hallmaster looked disdainful. But Dharma Protector, you said it would be more courteous to still receive him. Alright, I got it. Let him in. For the sake of Dharma Protector Yu's nagging, I've decided to receive him. As Hallmaster sure expected. Chaotic Stars Hall also wants to collaborate with Blue Heart Hall and Water Mirror Hall. But Hallmaster sure doesn't want to deal with them. No matter what conditions they offer, they just keep refusing. After the others left, Junior Sister said that if Dharma Protector Yu saw the momentum you just showed, he would definitely praise you. Oh, I'm so tired, why hasn't little Beiran arrived yet? I want to eat fish. Oh no, I want to play the finger-guessing game. Yesterday, senior brother Beiran mentioned something about. Just as I was about to say this, Xiaoduo called out to me. Hall Master ran out excitedly. To pursue a girl, oh no, I mean in order to cooperate with Water Mirror Hall, the other party spared no effort to offer high stakes. But Hall Master sure refused straight away without even wanting to listen. That's Hall Master sure for you. She was so happy when she heard my voice, she rushed out like a child. Why didn't you come play with me yesterday? Hall Master asked me with a tsundere tone. Yesterday I told Xiaoduo that I had something to do, and needed to go down the mountain. Never mind. You told Xiaoduo about it but didn't tell me. You have to make it up today and spend more time with me, no problem, but I reluctantly agreed. I have to go take care of the plants first. Play first. I already watered the plants in the morning. No, let's do important things first. This is what we agreed on, I replied to her seriously. Okay, then you hurry up. She finally agreed, and it was silent for 2 minutes. Are you finished? I see that I am almost done with what is in my hands. Today I'll teach you a new way to play. New way to play? Hall Master's eyes lit up. I also called Xiaoduo over. It's more fun with 3 people playing. Xiaoduo looks puzzled and says, Me. I took out the chessboard and started setting it up. Wow, so exquisite, did you carve this yourself? It seems that Hall Master really likes my work. What game is this? Call The Wandering Hero. I don't believe you can resist the charm of Monopoly. 6. Give me a 6. Dharma Protector, you can still hear us from 800 miles away. I've been working hard outside all day, and you guys are having so much fun. Xiaoduo and Beiran are here too. Dharma Protector, you has activated Berserk mode. What are you guys up to again? Dharma Protector, you smashed open the door. Xiaoduo, how did you get influenced to do bad things too? Dharma Protector, you, we are missing one person, let's play together. I am challenging Dharma Protector, use bottom line again. Your courage is getting bolder. What is this? I told her this is a folk game from the Fuan area. Dharma Protector suddenly thought of Hall Master. He hasn't been getting tattoos these days nor smoking, and he's been dressing more conservatively. Seems like he has improved quite a bit. Manwen, I'll just play with this one. Just one round. Seeing the look of determination in her eyes, Dharma Protector, you had no choice but to agree to her request. She promptly rolled up her sleeves saying, just give me a 6 and you're all done for. Ha ha ha. It's a 4. Finally. Hall Master happily put a note on me, after all it was her hard-won victory. I didn't expect that Hall Master the Wandering Hero's talent is so powerful. Ha, that's right. This Hall Master used to always go easy on you, little brother. Yes, Hall Master Shenming. Come on, keep going. Following the line, she has forgotten about the existence of the Dharma Protector. She suddenly felt a chill down her back. Seeing the enraged Dharma Protector, she chose to give up, so I left as well. Thank you for your help during this time. Dharma Protector, you followed up. Dharma Protector, you's words were heavy. I was just fooling around with her. Do you think any random disciple can mess around with our Hall Master? Do you know why I agreed to let you stay by the Hall Master's side? She asked. Ever since I started playing with Hall Master Sure, she has corrected all her bad habits. She no longer gets tattoos, smokes big cigars, or wears revealing clothing. Having noticed all this, Dharma Protector, you asked me if I knew why she agreed to let me stay by Hall Master's side. I followed the system prompt and said I didn't want to know. Why don't you want to know? Dharma Protector, you wants to say something but can't speak it out, feeling very frustrated. Because it feels very dangerous, I don't want to get involved. What a joke, I thought to myself. This child must be the young lady from some rich family. With powerful protection by my side, nothing bad will happen to me. If it weren't for the soul infant fruit, would I have worked so hard? But by helping her get rid of bad habits without triggering the system, it means there won't be any trouble. I helped Sher Fenglan's powerful dad educate his daughter. Shouldn't he be thankful to me? Doesn't that mean I have gained another powerful supporter? Dharma Protector, you told me that Hall Master Zhang is looking for me when I didn't listen. I took the opportunity to leave as well. Hall Master Zhang complained that it's not easy to see me. Hall Master, since you have misunderstood, I can only speak the truth. The truth? Disciple agreed to Hall Master Sher's condition of helping to take care of the flowers and plants in the hall every day in order to cooperate with Water Mirror Hall. That's why I tried to show my grievances as much as possible. Oh dear. Look, I'm just joking. I see all the efforts you've put in, and Hall Master immediately comforted me. Thank you, Hall Master, for your understanding. You've worked hard, come have a cup of tea. As I was about to pick up the teacup, I looked up. This cup with lipstick marks. Another one again. Hall Master told me that Sect Master of Moon Covering Sect recently made a breakthrough to Mythic Master. He invites people from all major sects to come over. Can I help with anything? Show off, Hall Master looks disdainful. Besides eating, they also need to organize a youth society event after all. If the elders fight, it will cause too much commotion, so let the young people liven things up. When I think about it, I'm just a newbie at chi refining 5-layer in front of others, so it shouldn't be my turn, right? I know what you're thinking. I called you here because the youth society not only involves martial arts competitions, but also includes contests in music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. The winner will be determined by the highest total score across all events. There are prizes for each category. I'm not sure about the others, but when it comes to chess among the young disciples, you should be outstanding. That's why I want you to participate. At this point, the system suddenly popped up with a message. It's been a long time since we've seen the Earth-level rewards. If you don't attend this time, could it be that the sect will be wiped out? It seems that the Moon Covering Sect doesn't have good intentions this time. I also agreed, and the Hall Master was so moved that he was in tears. I always thought you were disobedient and unruly, with no respect for seniors. Hall Master. If you can speak, then speak. If you can't, please don't force a conversation. Let's praise instead. Quickly stopped him. Alright, it seems that you still care about the sect. The competition is in mid-September, which is about 2 months away. It looks like I need to prepare more. Disciples from Watermirror Hall are also signing up one after another. Senior brother, last time in Sunset Glow Town. I'm really thankful for you saving me. This is my gratitude gift. You must accept it. Practice the gift-giving skill with ultimate sucker in front of the mirror. Suddenly someone is coming to look for you. Who? It turns out that Zijin brought some snacks and asked her to have a midnight snack together. In fact, Zijin is also here to console her. The list of participants announced by the Watermirror Hall. Everyone was selected, only Ultimate Sucker was not. She originally preferred playing the piano. She prefers practicing martial arts more, after the last incident. Her mind is full of the figure of senior brother. Don't let her appearance as the goddess of many junior brothers fool you. She actually squatted in the bushes late at night to knock on the door of the boys' dormitory. When I thought about it, only Lin Yuyan would use a stone to knock instead of just knocking on the door. Good evening, senior brother. Sorry to disturb you. Junior sister Lin used a secretive technique and spoke to me in a whisper to prevent others from hearing. I pushed the door open to go out and meet her, and she was hiding behind a big rock. Phew. Senior brother, you look handsome today as well. As soon as she saw me, she got excited. Senior brother, do you know about the Youth Society of the Moon Covering Sect? I nodded. It turns out she was recommended by the sect to participate in martial arts and calligraphy competitions, and wants me to train her. I was surprised by the meager reward the system gave for such a beautiful woman's request. It seems that Youth Society is another big pit. Junior sister excitedly repeated my words. Senior brother, he actually agreed. And he even said 8 whole words to me. I will definitely give senior brother a satisfactory reward. Can you give me some time to consider? So I tossed her a small note, telling her the time and place for our meeting the day after tomorrow. She took it and shook with excitement. Isn't this the date? Are we going to make vows of eternal love next? Or should I propose first? What should I prepare for my dowry? Will Dad? No. He must agree. Junior sister thought fiercely. The next day, I still came to Watermirror Hall to take care of the flowers. Xiao Duo told me that a disciple from the Crimson Glow sect came to visit today. While taking care of the flowers, I kept thinking about the Crimson Glow sect disciple as well. At this time, Hall Master Sure came out with the Crimson Glow sect disciple. Originally, I wanted a very reliable disciple to escort you back, but he was too busy. Even I, as the Hall Master, couldn't persuade him. Hall Master, don't worry. I've been here before. I saw her. I thought to myself, this must be the one who triggered the mythic level option. Hall Master Sure sees that I have arrived. She quickly said goodbye to the Crimson Glow sect disciple. Regret it, little Beiran. Originally, I wanted you to escort her back. But since you didn't want to listen to my good news, thank the Hall Master for the kind gesture. I am not fortunate enough to enjoy it. In my heart, I feel that such a beautiful and dangerous figure I can't afford. Take a break and continue watching later. I arrived at sect 5 years ago and still just a nominal disciple. Everyone thinks I'm useless. My daily job is to take care of flowers. Play various games with this hall master. You encountered a group of people from the demonic cult and they took away 1 or 2 pieces of silver from you. She chanted. Why? My chain fairy is very powerful and can definitely beat them. The next moment she flew into a rage. I told her these are the game rules. If we don't follow the rules, how can we play? Can we snatch a little less? She looked pitiful. No, give it to me. Can we still play if you take it away? I forcefully snatched the silver coins over. Meet Dharma Protector you. Hey, why did gambling come into play? Dharma Protector you questioned after hearing this. Where do you come up with so many tricks? What is this new gameplay again? I told her this is an upgraded version of the Wandering Hero, called Carefree Journey in the Martial World. Hall Master Sure suddenly remembered to give my treasure. She took out a box for me to see. When I saw it, this is not the cloud pattern armor. Although it is thin as a cicada's wing, its defensive power is extremely strong. This is definitely a mythic level treasure. I pretended not to know as the system required. I asked the hall master to explain it to me, but she said she can only lend me this treasure to wear once, and it depends on the strength of the wearer. According to my chi refining strength, it is estimated that it can only exert 1/10 of its power, but even so, it is difficult for anything below mythic spirit to harm me. After thanking them, I left. I arrived at Onliang village and met junior sister Lin as agreed. I told her that her writing is already very good. I cannot guarantee that I can teach her anything else. Wow, senior brother actually said such a long paragraph to praise me. If this is a dream, please don't wake me up. After I looked at her cursive script, she praised me again. Indeed, ever since I acquired the calligraphy skill points, I can now write the calligraphy of the famous masters I've read before. Promoting it in this world might not be a bad idea. After I finished writing, I showed it to her, and she couldn't stop praising it. She seemed very satisfied. I spent an hour teaching her the writing techniques and key points. After finishing, junior sister took out a treasure, the blood-dissolving seal, which can absorb poison from the opponent's moves or weapons. I think there are quite a few poison cultivators in this world. Could this be a treasured family heirloom? Anyway, since the system hasn't appeared, it should be fine for me to accept it. After taking the treasure, I'm ready to slip away. Senior brother told me something today about 100. Oh, he has already talked to me. This must be the emotional sublimation written in the book. Annoying. Senior brother is surprisingly proactive this time. Junior sister is secretly stirring as she watches my back disappear. She raises her gentle little fists when she gets excited. The moment she almost hit the table, she thought that this was the first place she had a date with senior brother. She couldn't ruin it. She picked up my calligraphy. I'll go practice copying it 800 times first. Something big is happening. The triplets hurriedly called Choyao over. What's the matter? Seeing how urgent they were, Choyao followed them to the list of match announcements. She was surprised to find that I, who had never shown my talent in public, was actually on the list. Several junior sisters found this unbelievable. They thought it must be the hall master who forced him to participate. We think so too. But since he's already on the list, he will definitely participate. After seeing me participate, Choyao's desire to compete became even stronger. But if she fails to be selected, she doesn't know if there is any way to make up for it. I tested the poison on the treasure that hall master gave me when I was bored. Seems that the effect is really good. There was a flash of light in the room at this moment. Seems that the breakthrough has been successful. Senior brother, I've made a breakthrough. Junior brother said excitedly as he rushed out of the house. He saw me standing there. He was very moved and thanked me. We talked about the breakthrough this time, and all the combat values of the Mystic Master junior brother have been improved. Do you want to fight me to see? Junior brother quickly refused. No, please spare me, I don't want to be beaten. Once I finish explaining the materials he needs to find, we'll go our separate ways. I arrived at the water mirror hall and the flower hall master fawningly asked for my help, but I declined without even listening. Please listen to me. Do you remember the disciple from the Crimson Glow sect who came last time? Her name is Ren Xiuyan. I am good friends with her master, so sometimes she helps her master by bringing me gifts. She grabbed my arm and tried to walk away. Don't leave. Didn't you also say it's more fun to have more wandering adventurers around? Let's bring her along to play together. Seeing the system prompt, I am even more convinced that Ren Xiuyan is a dangerous person. Absolutely not. I clearly told her each word slowly. Hall Master, did you tell Ren Shuyan about my business? Master Hall firmly told me that he absolutely did not say anything. That's good. So, considering my excellent performance, do you agree? She still hasn't given up, no? Of course not, my attitude remains firm. She is very curious why I don't like new friends. I told her, without expectations there are no disappointments. Without attachments there is no pain. She was moved by my profound words in an instant. Do you still want to bet? I took out the game pieces and asked her. Bet. She immediately forgot everything else. Another junior brother who attracts great attention whenever he appears in a crowd. Everyone praises him as soon as they see him. He finished his business this time and hurried back to find me. Gu Qinghuan is a newcomer I brought in 3 years ago. He is neither a second-generation disciple nor particularly talented. Just like me, he was picked up by the sect. I admire his agility and composure during trials. Even when I'm not around, he can act as an interim captain. I am determined to take him in as my disciple. After that, he also passed various tests I arranged for him. More importantly, no pop-ups appeared when I interacted with him. I told him on the spot that I'm actually pretty awesome. He happily agreed to join Qinghuan with me. He is very good at observing people. Maybe he already knew but just didn't say it out loud. It's rare to be able to hide intelligence in one's heart. I asked him to collect genius treasures. As a reward, I gave him some weapons and Dan pills. In these 3 years, he has performed excellently and has also used the resources I provided him to build a strong network. Nevertheless, he is still a bit lacking in cultivation. It took him 3 years to reach the Mystic 2nd rank, making it difficult for him to compete for the cultivation place in the back mountain. Fortunately, he is a person who is willing to work hard. One day, he told me that he found a mansion with a gathering of spiritual qi that meets my requirements. We decided to go and see it in person. Tired from the journey, he was about to take a Dan pill to restore his energy. I stopped him and had him take the Azure Spirit Dan that I had just refined, which had an instant effect. The junior brother who took the Dan pill immediately felt a surge of strength. The junior brother thought about selling this type of Dan pill, but after all it was made by me using Jade Exquisite. Currently, the materials are not very sufficient. Junior brother praised my Dan refining technique as being among the best, but despite this, even after consuming many of my Dan pills, he still did not make much progress in cultivation. In particular, senior brother Wu's breakthroughs made him feel inferior. I gave him the Heart Sutra that senior brother entrusted to me, and asked him to try it out when he goes back. It might be helpful. Saying that, we finally arrived at this large mansion. The housekeeper led us inside for a tour. Junior brother noticed me looking around absent-mindedly, and asked me in a strange tone what was wrong. Great. The system didn't come out. This piece of land is available for purchase. My little junior brother introduced me to a residential mansion that gathers spiritual qi. We did feel indeed good when we arrived here. Even more importantly, the system won't pop up. I asked the butler to quickly arrange for the seller to come and show us the place where spiritual qi gathers. The butler said he comes every day at the U hour, so we arranged to meet today at the U hour. In the blink of an eye, the U hour arrived and we met with the seller. I sensed that this seller turned out to be a mystic master, a 5-layer elite disciple of the heart-returning sect. I am Feng Kaiing, a disciple of the cloud-entering sect. I am Wang V, a disciple of the forest sect. I never use my real name when meeting people to avoid trouble. According to the seller, the gathering place of spiritual qi is 10 feet square. Although not large, it is still acceptable. As an exchange, it can be a spiritual stone or an artifact. I asked him what type of weapon he likes to use and he said he likes knives. I'm glad that I've talked to him so much and the system hasn't jumped out yet. I casually pulled out a golden armed Qianlong saber from my pocket. This sword is made of star pattern steel. By infusing mythic qi into it, the mythic power can be doubled. The seller took the weapon and examined it carefully. Even though he has seen countless weapons in his life, he also felt that this weapon was crafted extremely finely. He agreed that it was a top-grade piece. I told him that the Qianlong saber was originally a pair, and I was willing to exchange them. The seller, seeing my generosity, agreed to take me to see the place of spiritual qi. When I walked into a courtyard, I felt the presence of the spiritual perception 3 talents formation, and it was very well done. We finally arrived at the place of spiritual qi. Here, the spiritual qi is clearly visible, far beyond my imagination. So I took out the precious sword and handed it to him. But he unexpectedly pulled a dirty trick on me. His move left me unharmed. He didn't even have time to react. The atmosphere was really awkward. I asked him what he really wanted to do, and he realized that I had hidden my cultivation level. He was so scared that he kept backing away. I just realized that the system didn't appear not because I was lucky, but because the other party was too weak that the system didn't even want to give a hint. This seller is quite confident and plays the part quite well. Having been hit by my silken palm, your internal organs are all twisted together now, aren't they? I can only watch this big fool sigh. Why can't they just do business properly instead of resorting to violence? If you want more, I can add it. He saw that I had no reaction, so he released even more mythic chi and took out the big sword, Junior Brother. He marveled that his strength was about to break through to Grand Mystic Master level. Remember, this move that will send you to hell is called Nether Thunder. He rushed over with the big sword in hand. Junior Brother and I arrived at a place where spiritual chi gathered to look at houses. We originally intended to buy it. But the seller struck back with a palm strike. He saw that I was unharmed, then took out a big sword and rushed towards me to strike, just in the nick of time. At that time the big sword was only 0.1 centimeters away from me. I hurriedly dodged, causing a corner of my hat to be cut off. The seller was extremely panicked when he saw that all his big moves only managed to cut off a corner of the hat. He thought of various ways to escape in his heart. I have never encountered such a stupid person before. It's really uncomfortable. Maybe there will be even bigger moves later? Do you think we are too weak so you have evil intentions? I questioned him, and he seemed momentarily at a loss for words. I asked him to speak directly. Oh, I saw him scream and swallow the poison. I was dumbfounded at that moment. If you think the money is not enough, we can continue to talk. Why are you so extreme? I'll let Junior Brother tell the steward that our transaction went smoothly. I was thinking that if the steward was his accomplice, the system would have come out long ago. After dealing with the aftermath, I planted the Thunder Spirit flower. I asked Junior Brother to keep all the things from the cellar for future use, and also asked him to recruit some stewards and servants. Many people who applied for the job came in the evening. I asked some young and pretty ones to stand to one side. Other people started to complain when they saw it, saying that I discriminate based on appearance and have bad intentions. I told the elderly, the weak, the sick, and the disabled who stayed behind that they can rely on you all in the future. Do a good job. What about us, young master? Seeing swarms of system prompts flying towards me, I couldn't help but feel a chill. Beautiful women are indeed dangerous. You guys can leave, I said coldly. This new lord is indeed unique. Hall Master Sure counted the squares nervously. Welcome to Flying Cloud Manor. When she hesitated, I helped her put down the chess pieces. Both Bright Harbor and Mystic Scepter Palace are mine, so the price has to triple. You owe me 12 taels of silver. Ah, you're running a black market. The hall master jumped up to protest. Never mind if it's a black market, pay up quickly, I urged. But the hall master only had 6 taels in hand, bankrupt and out of the game. I slapped a piece of paper on her. Let's play another round. This one is really fun. Hall Master is a typical game where the worse you are, the more you enjoy playing. But I'm about to go to the moon covering sect. I still have to make some preparations. Hall Master reluctantly asked me how long I would be gone. I'm not sure. I have to check moon covering sect's schedule, but it should be at least 10 days or half a month. Hall Master looked surprised after listening. Then, give me the gambling tokens. I usually play with Xiao Duo. The system reminded me to reject her. I don't care about the look of anticipation on her face. No way. Why? I promise it's just the two of us playing. She vehemently protests. I'm worried, and I'll emphasize again. If you play with someone else, I won't come. Humph. You don't believe me. I'm not going to talk to you. Hall Master turned around angrily. All right then, I'll leave first. How could I spoil her? Hey. This has really upset Hall Master. I will be obedient. Then come back earlier. Even if I said I would come back early, it doesn't count, right? All right, then you wait a moment. As she spoke, she took out another box. It turns out it's soul infant fruit again. This is a reward for accompanying her to play for the past 2 months. I was about to take it and she quickly took it back. You won't come if you don't accept it, right? No, I reassured her and she was very happy. But my frequency of coming should decrease. I added that and her face immediately turned gloomy. Don't be so honest at this time. Anyway, I still have other treasures. When you come back, I will... Never mind. I quickly stopped her. This time it will take at least 10 days to half a month for me to go to the moon covering sect tournament. Hallmaster gave me the soul infant fruit. She also told me that there will be more treasures waiting for me when I come back. Don't say that. I quickly stopped her. This flag is too scary. I already feel targeted by this world, and now I'm going to a dangerous place. If I set up another flag at this time, then I will really be in trouble. I'm leaving. Save anything you have to say for when I come back. I hurriedly walked out. Wait, isn't this still setting up a flag? I'm busy at the cultivation place in the back mountains. Xianxia rushed in and said, you're also joining the youth society this time? Did you just find out today? Are you that slow with news? Should I ask him back? Turns out, the day before yesterday, Xianxia made a breakthrough to become a mystic master. The hall master took him in as an indoor disciple, teaching him new techniques and the Heart Sutra. Just coming out, he even said it's all thanks to me. This time he's also become the leader of the youth society. Then I should call you captain, my lord? I dare not. Xianxia was very flustered, but he still had to address you properly. I'll call you captain and you call me senior brother. Let's each do our own thing. But this time letting you be the team leader probably has another meaning, right? Hallmaster even wants Xianxia to come back with a good ranking, and then promote him to be the chief disciple. I am surprised Hallmaster didn't ask him to get first place, just a good ranking. It seems like Moon Covering Sect has even tougher competition. Sure enough, Xianxia told me that Moon Covering Sect has an 18-year-old 3-layer mystic master. In addition, Mysterious Sun Sect and Long Vast Heavenly Inquiry Sect also have talented individuals. An 18-year-old at the 3-layer. I repeat his words, this is indeed impressive. It seems Moon Covering Sect has both old and young talents. Do you want to defeat them? I asked Xianxia. Yes. Xianxia answered eagerly. After eating, I took out a Dan pill and gave it to him. Ah. But he felt a strong electric shock throughout his body after taking it and was in great pain. I told him that it was the Thunder Flame body tempering Dan that could make his body stronger. Thank you very much. After being struck by lightning, he managed to squeeze out a few words. Hang in there, it's never too late to say thank you. Leave a sentence and I will leave first. I gave Xianxia a Thunderflame body tempering Dan that can strengthen and invigorate the body, and his body started emitting strong electric light. He was shocked by the electricity but still wanted to thank me. I told him not to be in a hurry. It's not too late to thank him after he gets through it. Then I went back to eat snacks. After a while he walked in and said, Son, senior brother, you absorbed everything. I asked him. Cough cough. He was smoking as he spoke, seems like the effects on his body were wearing off. You can't, I've already reduced the potency by 70%, and you're still injured like this? He was shocked and said, This is only 30%? Cough cough cough. I told him that 5 days ago, when the Thunder Spirit flower was successfully pollinated, I refined this 5-grade spiritual Dan. But it requires a very high level of physical fitness for the consumer. So, I reduced the potency of the 5-grade spiritual Dan. Xianxia was moved to tears after hearing this. That's a treasure medicine that even the Mystic King would fight for. Yet senior brother actually gave it to me. He was so touched that tears filled his eyes. It's really great. He bowed deeply to thank me. The effects of the medicine are not very clear yet. He nodded and said, But it's obvious that my body feels much lighter than before. Additionally, my body's recovery ability, reflexes, and speed will all increase significantly. I gave him another bottle of Divine Speed Dan to take. After consuming it, his speed will become even faster. However, it's only suitable for those who have taken the Thunderflame body tempering Dan. Otherwise, their body will instantly collapse. I understand. I asked him, What do you understand? I absolutely cannot give this medicine to someone else. After hearing that, I gave him a smack on the head. I told him once again that taking this will kill him, even more effective than poison. Then I asked him how much his cultivation level had improved recently. He said it has been stable recently without any breakthroughs. I said that's good, don't rush right after a breakthrough, or it will harm your body. I gave him an Azure Spirit Dan to help him restore his physical strength. Then I pulled him along to spar with me and see his progress. Just getting tortured by the Thunderflame body tempering Dan, and then having to fight Xianxia feels very exhausting. Senior brother, I can't go on. Let's take a rest for a while. He collapsed on the ground and his speed has indeed improved a lot. Shadowless Dart also sees that you have put in a lot of effort. Seeing his progress, I gave him a 1000-weight sword to complement his Thunder Spiritual Chi, and unleash its full power. Thank you, Senior Brother. Senior Brother is great. He is very excited. Let's go find a place to test the sword. I helped him up again, but after I gave him the Dan pill to recover, I sparred with him to test our skills. While he's happy, let's go and find a place to have a sword fighting match. I helped him up again and led him to the foot of the mountain for him to try. He split a large rock in half with one strike. Is it effective? I asked him. Extremely effective. Senior Brother's forging skills are truly extraordinary, like the work of a divine craftsman, unparalleled and superb. I saw him finish speaking, but you didn't use it properly at all, I replied helplessly. Sword coming. I summoned the treasure sword, watch carefully. I will only demonstrate it to you once. At this moment, the tip of the sword gathers thunder spiritual chi, making a continuous sharp sound. I chopped forward, boom, boom. An explosion occurred ahead. The smoke dispersed, and xianxia was stunned to see the huge crater ahead. Senior Brother is so amazing. Xianxia immediately rushed over and said with disdain, "Stop showing off, don't embarrass yourself." I told him that if he takes the Thunderflame body tempering pill, the thunder spiritual chi in his body will become stronger, and thunder spiritual chi is the key to wielding this 1,000-weight weapon. He realized my good intentions, but then he shouted loudly and rushed towards me. Senior Brother, could it be that the 1,000-weight you crafted has already become an artifact? No, I sighed. To craft an artifact, one needs materials rich in spiritual chi, and have a strong individual to awaken its potential, or cultivate an artifact spirit. It does indeed have potential, but it is not yet an artifact. A weapon that is nurtured by its owner for a long time may potentially unlock the artifact spirit known as spiritual wisdom. This artifact spirit is extremely loyal to the owner, ultimately absorbing spiritual chi autonomously to nurture and strengthen itself, completing the transformation from a fine product to an artifact. It depends on you whether you can cultivate an artifact spirit. As for how you obtain the sword, you should come up with your own reasons and be careful not to reveal it to the sect. After you finish explaining, I threw the sword to him. Junior sister Lin sat in the pavilion singing, happily waiting for me. Every 60 hours she can meet with Senior Brother once. Even newlyweds aren't as sweet as this, right? Haha. I said I'm just here to teach you words, no need to prepare breakfast early. Seeing a table of delicious food, I interrupted her. She said she's leaving for the moon covering sect tomorrow as a way to repay my month-long teachings. I accepted her kindness then. The porridge is too thick. The red beans, longan and peanuts lack sweetness. Next time you can add some brown sugar, I said pickily. I'm sorry, Senior Brother, I will definitely improve next time. I am really an unqualified wife, she thought to herself. I can't even satisfy Senior Brother with a meal. As a return gift for the blood-dissolving seal that Junior Sister gave before, I will give her an ame stab that can be hidden in the sleeve, catching the enemy off guard. Was it specially crafted by Senior Brother for me? She is going crazy over it. I instructed her to practice diligently before I left. Is this the exchanged token of affection? This must be the exchanged token of affection. Her joy as a licking dog is evident. It looks like I need to notify Dad to prepare the dowry. Bang, bang, as the bell rings. Having long plan. Oh no, the long-prepared moon-covering sect trip is starting. Everyone is gathering in the square. For these Senior Brothers and Junior Brothers, it's a great time to pick up girls, as they engage in close cooperation with each other. Seeing this situation, I can only try to stay away from them as much as possible. Baron, over here. The hall master stood on a large rock, excitedly shouting. This shout made the other junior sisters notice my presence as well. It's been 3 months. These girls have been trying all sorts of ways to run into me, but I just never saw them. Now the dream has finally come true. Ultimate Sucker practiced the piano diligently for 2 months just to see me, and finally earned a spot in a group competition. She worked so hard just to thank me in person. Senior Brother seems to have become handsome again. Zijin is having a hard time controlling herself. Senior Brother Jiang, disciple Emosia, is also participating in the chess competition. Please give us your guidance. I have met this person who greeted us before. I heard about them when playing chess with us last year. Now they are participating in the chess competition as a representative. It seems that they have made rapid progress. I replied. I wouldn't say it's guidance, let's learn from each other. Enter the hall. Following the command, everyone walked into the main hall one after another. Respectfully welcoming the sect leader, everyone greeted the sect leader in unison. The sect leader descended from the sky. He expressed his joy at seeing so many disciples. He also specially praised a young disciple for breaking through to become a mystic master at such a young age. It is indeed the one leading the team for the Xianxia sect this time. Protecting all disciples, may senior brother be safe. Is there anything else? Then a cheeky person popped out from behind. I will definitely live up to sect leader's expectations and swear to win the first place. Great. It's this kind of momentum that sect leader is very satisfied with. He emphasized to everyone again the necessity of winning the first place. I think sect leader's competitive spirit is really strong. While others may just shout slogans, he believes that competition means victory. It seems that the difficulty of this competition has increased. After the oath ceremony, many male disciples surrounded junior sister Lin like a bunch of lapdogs. I can tell that's a high-risk individual, so I quickly distanced myself. Another junior sister also saw this woman's true colors. She clings to senior brother Kong and tries to seduce senior brother Pang, while pretending to be pure and innocent. These despicable men used to revolve around me. Finally, I can travel with senior brother again. Zijin is silently watching me from a distance. Zijin's flirtatious eyes were also seen by this junior sister. She shifted her gaze towards me. This disciple of Blue Heart Hall surnamed Lu felt a different sensation. Let me give it a try. Zijin's covert flirtatious look towards me was intercepted by this junior sister. She seems to have noticed that I am a bit different and has secretly made up her mind to come and try me out. If I remember correctly, you are senior brother Jiang, right? The sudden lesson made the junior sisters more alert. The reaction of the junior sisters made this girl even more excited, and I was very anxious. I have already hidden so far away. She actually followed me? Could it be that she has a collection addiction? Does she have to capture all the male disciples of Blue Heart Hall before she is willing to give up? The girl didn't say a word to me. I think it must be because I am too beautiful. She is too shy to speak. I noticed that senior brother has always not caught up with us. I just came to see if there was a need. Oh. She hadn't finished speaking when she performed a technical fake fall. I looked at the rewards properties of the system. Wow, a woman at the sect exterminating level. So I quickly dodged, truly a senior brother. Seeing this scene, the junior sisters all breathed a sigh of relief. Junior sister Yi. When other male disciples saw this scene, they hurried over. In the future, I should stay away from women in the water mirror hall. It's too dangerous and I'm still very scared. Junior sister Yi tried to remain calm, thinking that senior brother Jiang was indeed extraordinary. At that moment, she felt a distant murderous intent, which gave her a cold sweat. Who is that? Senior sister Lin? No, it can't be. Senior sister Lin is usually very friendly. I must have been mistaken. Yes, I must have been mistaken. Beiran. A familiar voice came from behind. It turned out to be senior brother Lu, who specially came to send me off and confirm if I had taken the protective heart mirror. He also reminded me to be careful in everything and gave me 3 wind evasion incantations, which can help me escape from danger when needed. The junior sisters are watching me being so respectful to this senior brother. They are all very surprised and have decided to have a meeting later to discuss it. Senior brother Lu also felt a chill down his back. I always feel like someone is watching me. Just my imagination, right? The carriage and horses are ready, darn it. The people from Blue Heart Hall actually rode the carriage with the junior sisters of Water Mirror Hall. The male disciples from other halls are very jealous. I happen to be sitting next to him. He offered to exchange seats with me for 2 low-tier flame spiritual stones. When I thought about it, I realized that this person's strength definitely doesn't deserve an Earth-grade reward. Water Mirror Hall is really dangerous. I happily handed over my seat to him. And my younger brother followed suit and gave his seat to someone else. I told him to make decisions based on his true feelings in the future. He definitely can't understand the plight of systematic people, especially in such a frustrating system. After boarding the car, I started to think that whether in strength or prestige, the moon covering sect is among the top in Peak Prefecture. It doesn't make sense for them to set a trap for us. Moreover, the heart-returning sect has been minding their own business for decades. It doesn't make sense for them to be targeted. Could it be that this crisis is not orchestrated by the moon-covering sect? Then who could it be? A few days later, we finally arrived at the moon-covering sect. We were unexpectedly greeted by a disciple of the Mystic 9 layer. The moon-covering sect knows how to make an entrance. We were assigned to a very classy room. Junior brother felt like having a match, so I agreed. Senior brother is indeed avoiding us. He didn't react when he saw us several times on the road, Sister Zijin. We have all kept our promise to him. Why is he still acting like this? The indifference of the younger sisters is really distressing to me. Actually, I don't think senior brother is intentionally avoiding us. Think about it, if she figured out that I was deliberately avoiding them, it wouldn't be that I didn't react, but that I simply didn't see them at all. The triplets suddenly understood. Oh, so our approach is correct. If we keep doing this, won't senior brother avoid us just like us? Ultimate Sucker is still very worried. Take it slow, Zijin has become very relaxed and has chosen to lie low. Rather than waiting, let's create opportunities. Let's discuss a few plans. The triplets are full of enthusiasm. Great idea. Together we can definitely succeed. This time we will definitely get closer to senior brother. All the way there was no chance to play chess. Upon arrival, junior brother couldn't help but take out the chessboard. I admit defeat, but in the end I still can't beat him. Junior brother couldn't help but praise me profusely. At this moment I sensed the aura of xianxia. I'll let junior brother research first, and I'll come back later. So it turns out sect leader is taking him to wish sect master of moon covering sect a happy birthday. When I heard this, it sounded like a great thing. But xianxia is already extremely nervous. Both of the sect leaders are people who care about their reputations, and he really doesn't know what to do. I told him that others are all mythic masters, strong individuals. Why would they compete with a junior like you? Just do things your own way tomorrow. I also instructed xianxia to take note of the words and actions of the senior members of each sect tomorrow, and then report back to me. I estimate that by this time, members from the other sects have also arrived. I have decided to go and have a look around. But this annoying system, it even wants to control where I go. It really feels like I'm back to when I first joined the heart-returning sect. I'll follow the system's instructions and go. And then I heard someone up ahead say that there was a conflict between sect disciples and the true martial sect. The one giving the orders is xianxia. He instructed junior brother to report to the sect leader. I will directly pass on the message to him, asking him to go to the scene. Do not report to the sect leader. Xianxia, hurry and have someone show the way. When we arrive, I'll have xianxia shout loudly for more impact. People of true martial sect, listen up. Heart-returning sect's Wu Xianxia is here. Anyone who has harmed my disciples, get out of here. Disciples behind me see the attitude of xianxia and all feel that following him is right. A big man from true martial sect stepped forward and called heart-returning sect a bunch of country bumpkins. Xianxia once again demanded that they hand over the person. Injuring a disciple of heart-returning sect will come at a cost. True martial sect. They've really stepped all over your face. Can you really endure this? Those who stand by and watch are just as guilty. After hearing these words, the person from the true martial sect immediately blushed like a red-bottomed monkey. The impudence. Look at the spear. I arrived at the moon covering sect and heard that our disciple was fighting with disciples from another sect. Junior brother wanted to report to the sect, but I intercepted him and asked him to go and appease the disciples instead. In addition, there were taunts and sarcasm from disciples of the other sect. A major battle is about to break out. Lightning-fast interactions. The battle at that time was as intense as it could get. Come on. Fight. Go for it. Show them what you've got. Hurry up and attack the North River area. A bunch of bystanders are not afraid of causing trouble. After a few rounds, xianxia did not fight back. Just dodged repeatedly and even made threats. If I were really fighting you, you would have died 5 times over already. Hearing this, everyone burst into laughter. You can touch your chest lightly, then use the sword to point at his chest. What can you do if I touch you? But as he touched his chest, his smile gradually faded, and a large 5 was stabbed into his chest. Each stroke on your chest symbolizes my chance to stab your heart once, a total of 5 times. You can count them, xianxia explained. This scared this brother to death. It turns out he didn't even see the other person draw the sword. Could it be that he has surpassed Mystic Master? Looking at the surprised expression of this brother, I secretly boasted that senior brother's move is quite stylish. This brother is starting to be polite, but still doesn't want to hand over junior brother, who is causing trouble in front of our true martial sect. If the young one can't handle it, then the old one will come out too. He bowed respectfully to Elder Su, but Elder Su seemed very angry. In theory, I shouldn't meddle in the grievances of you young ones. But since you've come to my doorstep in front of so many people, and even tried to take away true martial sect disciple, Are you trying to show that true martial sect is weak and defenseless? It looks bad. I quickly ordered Xianxia to retreat and report to the sect leader. Xianxia left after hearing the news to bid farewell to Elder Su. He was really confused. Why didn't this kid discuss it with me anymore? After leaving, junior brother shouted with delight. Just now, not a single person from true martial sect dared to speak. Xianxia asked him to bring all the injured disciples together to go to the sect leader's place to lodge a complaint. Well done. Next, clarify the situation before going to see the sect leader, I instructed. I noticed several Grand Mystic Masters patrolling nearby since just now, but as long as no lives are lost, they do not intend to take action. It seems that the moon-covering sect wants to see the various sects fighting each other. Moreover, the bigger the commotion, the better. The bigger the commotion, the easier it is to spread to the sect leaders. The sect leaders won't dare to cause trouble on his turf. They will ask him to come out and uphold justice. By then, his position as the top sect in Peak Prefecture will be secure. Since the system hasn't come out, things shouldn't be a big deal. It turns out that being a behind-the-scenes boss is more suitable for me. Junior sister Lin is surrounded by older and younger brothers, but she is not satisfied. She then set her sights on me, but my 20 years of being single weren't for nothing. I made her end up with a face full of dirt, but she is still not convinced, hiding behind me. She thought that I avoided her before because I felt inferior, thinking that I wasn't good enough for her. This time she wanted to try a different approach to flirt with me. Senior brother Jiang, do you mind if I sit here? She appeared with a gentle face and asked me softly. Seeing the system options, I replied coldly that I didn't mind. Now she is even more certain. Indeed, she still wants to use a gentle approach. Senior brother Jiang, why? Before she could finish her sentence, she looked up and found that I had disappeared without a trace. Hey? Senior brother Jiang, where did you go? She hesitated, wanting to say something. It seems that this senior brother Jiang is really insecure. I have to be more careful when approaching him in the future. She became even more convinced of her assumption that he was insecure. Ran very far, finally breathed a sigh of relief. I inexplicably caused trouble again. Sigh. Just as I was catching my breath, I saw the female disciple that Hall Master Sure is close with walking towards me from a distance. The system popped up options for me to walk away in the opposite direction. I quickly hid and observed secretly. Who is this woman exactly? When Hall Master Sure introduced her to me previously, there were always options above mythic level popping up. But why is it dangerous for me to approach her now? Does she know me? That shouldn't be the case since we haven't even exchanged greetings. On the other side, Xianxia brought the disciples to report to the sect leader. What happened? Sect leader asked. Xianxia told sect leader everything that happened during the day in detail, but had not mentioned the reason yet. Did you win the fight? Sect leader is more concerned about the outcome of the fight. Senior brother actually guessed right that Xianxia thought of my words, and then told sect leader not to differentiate between victory and defeat. But he won against their senior brother. The sect leader breathed a sigh of relief. What happened next? Later, their elder came over and asked if I deceived them, saying true martial sect had nobody. But with a bang. The sect leader smashed the table. How mighty! Bullying the small with the big and shamelessly boasting, I see that the true martial sect is bullying my heart-returning sect with no talented people. Follow me. To know how things will turn out, please continue to watch. Xianxia told sect leader about the disciples fighting, and sect leader, upon hearing that the other sect's elder came to bully us. He smashed the table with a single slap. I see that they are the ones bullying our sect. He then led his troops to shout in front of true material sect. Everyone heard this. It's going to be lively. Of course, I can't be missing from this excitement. The one who came out wasn't the sect leader, but the daytime elder sect leader. Lu pointed at the elder and scolded. You, as an elder of the true martial sect, actually bullied the disciples of our heart-returning sect. It was your disciple from the heart-returning sect who came to our door and injured my disciple. Stop with the excuses. I'm asking you, an elder in a high position, how dare you interfere in the affairs of juniors and even threaten them? The elder immediately became furious upon hearing this, feeling extremely angry. How can this sect leader be even more overbearing than him? The sect leader immediately took action and headed to Xianxia. Capture all those who hurt my disciple. Let's see who dares to stop you. Oh, the mythic lord is so powerful and terrifying. The more I look, the more excited I become. Yes, Xianxia is also ready for the assault. Who dares to be so arrogant in front of my true martial sect? A person with pink hair floated over upon hearing the voice, emitting a powerful aura. It's not common to see such a situation full of mythic lords everywhere. This watermelon is really delicious, and I'm getting happier and happier. Sect leader Yu, I hope you are well. Your ability to manage your subordinates is indeed getting worse. Our sect leader really doesn't give me any face. It's not your turn to boss my subordinates around. Do you think I enjoy managing them? If it weren't for your elder bullying my disciple, I wouldn't even bother looking at him. That's it, let xianxia continue with the operation, and let Yu Zhongyang deal with it. How dare you? Sect leader, you will intervene in the next second, but our sect leader is not to be trifled with. He caught him in an instant. You are seeking death. Sect leader, you is thoroughly enraged now. Then it depends on whether you have the ability or not. Suddenly, strong winds rose, accompanied by thunder and lightning. Everyone began to worry. Can't be. Are we really going to fight? Whoosh. Just then, another person slipped in. The two sect leaders called him Sect Leader Guan. Could it be that I was being inattentive in my reception? Did I cause the two sect leaders to feel upset, hence leading to a surge in anger? Sect Leader Guan asked. Both sect leaders are very polite and consider it just a minor friction. Let's have a drink together and chat, Sect Leader Guan suggested. They really couldn't start a fight. They all knew that if they unleashed mythic chi, it would definitely attract Sect Leader Guan. Since they couldn't really fight, they certainly couldn't lose momentum, so they could only pretend. But I haven't triggered any options for half a day. It seems that the moon covering sect has no more surprises. I'll go check somewhere else. The two mythic lord level sect leaders caused a sudden change and nearly started a fight. Fortunately, the master of limitless retreat appeared. He invited the two sect leaders to have a drink together. Xianxia told me about what happened when they came back. He imitated their conversation in a studious manner. It turned out that master took a liking to the talented and promising Xianxia and wanted to betroth his daughter to him. I quickly congratulated him. This master is a renowned 5-layer battle king in the local area. It shows that you have been doing well recently. Xianxia listened with shyness. It's okay, I didn't show off much either. I went up and punched. Oh my. Senior brother, you are practicing entrapment law. He covered his head and said grievously. I asked him to tell me why I hit him. He thought it was because he was feeling a little too pleased with himself. Wrong, I'll give you another chance. This will make Xianxia difficult to cry for senior brother, you'd better hit me. I've had a headache for 3 days after hearing this. You've been reporting to me for 3 days. You're really getting into the sect leader's tone more and more. Can't you just use your brain to think? Isn't it you who asked me to note down their every word and action? Xianxia is a bit dissatisfied. Can't you surprise me? I knock on his head. You need to learn to deal with some things yourself. I can't help you with everything. The sect leader will always ask for your opinion. Yes, I understand. Xianxia quickly agreed. Anyway, as I was saying, I noticed someone coming, so I immediately asked Xianxia to go to the sect leader and reminded him to remember what I said. Yes, senior brother. I will definitely give you a surprise tonight. What's the surprise in saying it out loud? I look at his back with a sense of helplessness. Senior brother Jiang, what a coincidence, how come you're also here? I turned around and saw that narcissistic junior sister. The scenery here is nice, I replied perfunctorily. Yes, it's really beautiful, junior sister said, desperately looking for a good angle to show off her grace. Senior brother Jiang, you're so happy that you almost want to sing it out, right? She is very satisfied with herself. Junior sister, take your time to enjoy, I'll go first. I found an excuse and slipped away. Senior brother, wait a minute. She instantly panicked. Recently I learned a lot of delicious recipes from the chef of the moon covering sect. It's my first time cooking, would you help me taste it? As she spoke, she opened the lunchbox. The system popped up. Turns out there is a risk if I eat this dish. I am about to cry, I have eaten it. You can find someone else, I will turn my back and tell her. Is the delicious dish handmade by the cute junior sister too overwhelming? Or should we take it slowly? Junior sister is consoling herself. I was walking on the way back when suddenly I noticed something unusual. I picked up a rock and threw it at the tree. Oops! 3 girls fell down after hearing the sound. I was walking on the way back home. I picked up a small rock and threw it at the tree. As a result, 3 little girls fell down. Sister Zijin said that the cloud breath technique has a strong concealment ability. We have been practicing diligently for 3 months. How could we be discovered so easily? The triplets feel very embarrassed. I helplessly watched them and said, "Don't follow me anymore, remember the 3 rules." Watching my departing figure, the triplets said, "Scared me to death." It was just the beginning when I was discovered, and all the plans fell apart. So they decided to go back and discuss it with Sister Zijin first. Senior brother, look a surprise. Xianxia came back this time holding a small wooden box. I was stunned when I opened it. It's not the king of herbs. Is it the top-grade medicine flourishing snow lotus? This is indeed a rare variety that can make it onto the spiritual herb list. Where did you get it from? I asked him, and it turns out the sect leader gave it to him to stabilize his cultivation level. After hearing that, I feel that the sect leader is quite considerate towards Xianxia. I accepted it and prepared to use it to refine a Dan pill for Xianxia. In addition, the sect also gave him a token. Holding this, he can go to the Xianhall auction house. In advance of celebrating sect leader Guan's birthday, I heard there will be many treasures up for auction. I am still very interested in the auction house. Tomorrow works well for me as Xianxia also doesn't have anything to do. I will ask him to wait for me outside Xianhall at noon tomorrow, and we can go take a look together. Xianhall is a trading market specifically open to cultivators, and it must be backed by a major power. Otherwise, it's easy for incidents like killings and treasure snatching to occur. Moon Covering Sect is the largest sect in Peak Prefecture. There must be a lot of treasures. Sister Zijin, senior brother, noticed us at a glance and even threw stones at us, scaring me to death. Not only Meow Meow, senior brother, found all 3 of us in no time. Is the cloud breath technique not useful at all? Zijin also feels self-blame, expressing shame that she overestimated the cloud breath technique. But Ultimate Sucker thinks senior brother is just too powerful. Although senior brother is powerful, I asked Dharma Protector Yu, and he also only has Chi Refining 5-layer. Besides, several hall masters have tested it. It shouldn't be wrong, right? Since Dharma Protector Yu said so, it is probably true. But I always feel that senior brother has something special. Is senior brother hiding something difficult to speak of, afraid of implicating us so he keeps his distance? Yes, maybe he is keeping more secrets to protect us. You keep hinting at something back and forth. Is he possibly the illegitimate child of a certain prominent sect leader, being chased and hiding his identity, letting his imagination run wild? Makes sense. The triplets also feel touched by what you said. Sisters are all very puzzled why senior brother always avoids them. They say he is at the Chi Refining 5-layer, but who would believe that? There must be some secret about him. In this way, everyone seems to firmly believe that I am the son of a certain major sect leader. Okay, stop overthinking. We have to go shopping at Xianhall tomorrow. Zijin, who is laid back, is more calm. When the triplets asked about Zijin's opinion of me, she lit up with affection in her eyes. I guess senior brother must be an extraordinary master, so powerful that even the hall master can't gauge his full strength. Wow. Indeed, Sister Zijin is indeed bold in her speculations. Okay. You guys should go to bed soon. You have to get up early tomorrow. The next day, Xianxia and I put on our masks and arrived at Xianhall as agreed, seeing the grandeur all the way. I couldn't help but sigh that the first sect is indeed the first sect. Everything is done on such a grand scale. I suddenly stopped walking. We arrived at the Dan Refiners Association. There is an exciting prize challenge inside. Passing 5 levels will allow you to obtain the Mystic Yang herb, which claims to be able to fuse different medicines together. Before us, a young man is about to take on the challenge. The content is quite simple. You just need to find the real Qi restoring Dan from a pile of them. But obviously his level of cultivation is not enough yet. I step forward. Let me give it a try. The shopkeeper looked disdainful. This one is genuine. In less than a second, I pointed to one of them. Before he even opened his eyes, he wanted to give the answer. Correct. That's it. When he saw what I was pointing at, he managed to surprise himself. Everyone was very surprised. After all, no one guessed correctly the whole morning. Let's start the second level. There is not a single ripple in my heart. In the second level, you need to guess its name without opening the lid. Passers-by all find it simple and claim that smelling medicinal herbs is the most basic ability of a Dan refiner. What are you arguing about? This morning you all also said that distinguishing Dan pills is the most basic ability of a Dan refiner, right? It's already noon and none of you have guessed correctly. I was just about to say. The shopkeeper stopped me. It turns out the medicinal herbs in this copper box will undergo 100 transformations when put together. Even a 3-grade Dan refiner may not be able to identify them. Everyone knows how difficult it is, so it definitely will cause a commotion. So I effortlessly wrote a lot. The shopkeeper couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. Some people praised me for being talented, while others were pouring cold water on me from the sidelines. You find it difficult to pass even a simple level. Do you think the second level is easier than the first? Do you think the person setting the questions is dumber than you? When faced with this fair comment, keyboard warriors all pretend to have internet connection issues. Only the shopkeeper who knows everything stood by, and with a strong hand under his sleeve, I and junior brother arrived at the Dan Refining Guild. I participated in a prize quiz. I solved the puzzle in just a few seconds. This group of people spent the whole morning and still each person selected incorrectly. In theory, with just a few answers in the process of elimination, they should have gotten it right. But when I passed one level after another, these losers actually dared to say that the questions were too easy. Only the shopkeeper stood by, slowly tightening his sleeves, thinking to himself if this person is perhaps an elder from some sect here to cause trouble. The third level is tough. The shopkeeper solemnly explained to me, if you give up, you can still receive a 3-grade Dan pill. Do you want to continue the challenge? As soon as I heard the shopkeeper, could it be that he has watched variety shows? It's really like an old sow wearing a bra, each more ridiculous than the last. But since there's no option to skip, it means that no one poses a threat to me. I will continue to break through the levels. My tone is very firm. Just wait a moment. The shopkeeper finished speaking and left in a hurry, leaving behind the onlookers who were asking me for guidance. I just told them that if they have questions they should go ask someone from the same industry. I don't want to become a troublemaker. Past 2 levels in a row? After listening to the shopkeeper's report, the vice president is not calm. He pulled on his faded beard and said, "This is the moon-covering sect. Who dares to cause trouble here? It must be a genius encounter. After all the powerful sects in the entire Peak Prefecture have come. Let him continue." With the permission of the vice president, the shopkeeper came back to me to continue setting questions. Only seeing a disciple bring a sack and empty its contents into a cauldron. Please purify all the materials in this cauldron. This is the third challenge. Wow, this is too difficult. After hearing the question, everyone couldn't even eat melons. That's right. It's too harsh. Quickly give back the spiritual stone to us. Did I force you to come challenge us? Or do you want to cause trouble? No one dares to act unruly at the moon-covering sect. Are you really going to start a fire here? Confirm that, yes, it's right here. I'm considering that the medicinal ingredients might interact with each other, so it requires a high level of precision. However, these are all just basic principles. As soon as I gently exerted my energy, a roaring fire blazed under the cauldron. On the other side, the sisters from the Water Mirror Hall also came to Xian Hall for a stroll. Sister Zijin and the others find everything they see to be novel and interesting. Ultimate Sucker looked up and saw the sign of the Dan Refiners Industry Association. She thought to herself, Dan refining is very powerful, she must be interested. She planned to go in and see if there were any good furnaces to buy and give to me as a gift. Okay, let's go take a look. Here we are. Everyone is excited to hear about me. As soon as they walked in, they saw a crowd of people. It's so lively. What are all these people inside doing? It seems like someone is refining medicine. I am participating in the fierce competition at the Dan Refiner Industry Association. The sisters from Water Mirror Hall happened to arrive at the entrance as well. When they walked in, they saw that the place was crowded, as if someone was refining medicine. Ultimate Sucker was the first to figure out what was happening. I'm sorry, can you move aside a bit? The triplets fought their way through the crowd and walked to the front. Of course, the next second they saw me tackling the obstacles and looked very surprised. Although wearing a mask, that was definitely senior brother. Even though no one said it out loud, the sisters all thought so. The triplets quickly asked passersby what I was doing. I found out that I spent the whole morning breaking the level that no one could pass for the fairy grass, and then easily passed the second level. Truly worthy of senior brother. They are even more sure now. Purified it. I extinguished the raging fire with just one fan. So fast. Everyone present couldn't believe their ears. Brother, you are so talented. He just picked up a medicinal herb and couldn't stop praising it. Amazing. May I ask, Master, where do you come from? All the passersby are cheering for me. The triplets seem a bit confused. I asked the passersby what I did. Passersby kindly explained that in Dan refining, purification is the most important and the most difficult step, and the difficulty of purifying each kind of medicinal herb varies. Just now that gentleman, he is not just a 4 grade. I think he might even be a 5 grade. Another passerby, even more excited, said, Go, go, go. How many 5 grades are there in the entire Peak Prefecture? Can he come here? Upon hearing this, the triplets are getting more and more deeply involved with me. What is the 4th level? I'm still breezing through it. The shopkeeper panicked, saying there is no 4th level. Before, no one ever thought that anyone could pass the 3rd level. He wouldn't really be an elder from that sect, would he? So he quickly found an excuse to report to the vice president. He really passed the 3rd level. The vice president Taoist is not busy, I see. Facing the flustered shopkeeper's aggressive words, the vice president believes that the 4 and 5 grade Dan refiners in Peak Prefecture are known to him, so no one will come to cause trouble. So he took out a box containing the sparkling jade Dan. The 4th task is for me to remove 50% of the poison from this sparkling jade Dan. I came to the Dan Refiner Guild to go through challenges and win prizes. A large group of people couldn't even pass a single level, while I easily passed 3 levels. Obviously, this store didn't expect anyone to pass the 3rd level. Quickly go ask the shopkeeper how to tackle the 4th level. In a panic, the shopkeeper returned looking pleased with himself. This 4th level involves removing 50% of the toxin from the sparkling jade pill. He held up the box and said, What? Everyone was shocked with their mouths wide open. But this Dan pill is indeed powerful, it even scared the system. After thinking about it, removing the toxicity of the form Dan pill is equivalent to revealing to others that I am at least a 5 grade Dan refiner. Seems I can't continue to show off. It seems like you never intended to give away the mystic yang herb. I closed the box. Everyone was also speaking up for me. Would those who can make the Dan pill to detox still come to participate in your little event? Hilarious. Just say no if you don't want to give it. Exactly. At this moment, I suddenly saw the 5 beautiful women in the crowd. What a sin. Just as I was about to slip away, the vice president stopped me. Is there something else? I was quite impatient. But the vice president was reasonable. He told me that after passing the 3 levels of the immortal herb, it would already belong to me. The 4th level was just his personal preference. After saying that, he apologized to me. I modestly told her that it's not necessary, of course, but could you please invite the young friend to come in and sit for a while? Since the fairy grass has returned to me, I have no reason to refuse. Later, I thanked the people who had spoken up for me. I also asked the shopkeeper to distribute my Jade Dan to everyone. Everyone listen, this Jade Dan is a 2 grade Dan pill. With so many people, he must be really wealthy. That's right, senior brother is at a level you can't imagine. The 5 golden flowers are extremely proud. After entering, the vice president registered with the last name Qi, and the first name Wan Lin. However, I am not prepared to reveal my name and asked him to continue calling me young friend. He first praised me lavishly, then tried to find out who my master is, and finally wanted to invite me to join the association. Unfortunately, I politely declined all of his requests. It's okay. Let's just consider it making a new friend. The vice president is quite magnanimous. In the future, if you have any needs, we can still collaborate. I don't mince words with him either. Tell him that next month is Master's birthday. I want to give him a heavenly net cauldron. Heavenly net cauldron? The vice president is also not calm anymore. Since you know the name, you should know its origins, right? I passed through the levels smoothly, although I didn't want to stand out too much and abstain from the 4th level. But the vice president still appreciates my abilities and invited me for tea. He also said that he is willing to collaborate with me on any future needs. I immediately thought of gifting Master a heavenly net cauldron, which happened to be perfect. But I just said the name. The vice president was flustered. Since you already know this name, you should also know its origin, right? Of course, I replied. 100 years ago, a meteorite fell on Qi Prefecture and was crafted by a great power into the 9-mouthed cauldron, one of which is the heavenly net cauldron. It is rumored that using it to refine Dan pills not only enhances the effects but also only with these 9 cauldrons can one refine the 9-pattern divine Dan, known for its limitless divine power. But after hearing that, the vice president fell silent for a while. I am sorry to say that I am unable to assist you with the heavenly net cauldron. However, there are still other good furnaces and cauldrons available. I can take you to have a look if you agree. I followed the vice president to a room and saw a majestic furnace in front of me. I can't believe there is such a treasure as the peacock cauldron. This really opened my eyes. The vice president was able to recognize Peacock Cauldron with just one glance and greatly appreciated it. If the cauldron is 9 grade while the one I am using now is 3 grade, then this Peacock Cauldron would be considered 4 grade. With it, I can refine medicinal herbs that were difficult to purify before. What a pleasant surprise. The vice president saw that I was very satisfied and wanted to propose conditions, but the system directly prompted me to refuse. It seems that I cannot reveal too much of my strength in front of this vice president. However, I don't like this kind of transaction. And then I took out 2 spiritual herbs and wanted to exchange them with 2 spiritual herbs each. The vice president immediately recognized them as the 5-grade Dan Pill Jade Toad and Profound Breaking Dan, treasures that even mystic kings would fight for. This kid unexpectedly offered 4 of them at once. Good. Since the junior is so straightforward, I've made this deal. Having a good mentor is a good thing. Buying gifts for the mentor with the medicine passed down by the mentor. The mentor might be happy and give a little extra 5-grade spiritual herb. He's really good at planning. After expressing gratitude, I think since he has so many good treasures here, he should also have high-quality charcoal. But just as I thought of this, the system popped up again, telling me not to ask anything. Well, it seems that today can only go this far. I not only obtained the fairy grass during this Dan Refiner industry meeting, got the Peacock Cauldron, I also wanted some high-quality charcoal, but the system couldn't stand it anymore. So I took my leave. Walking on the street, I found that the 5 golden flowers were still following me. But now I have to go to the auction. I'll deal with them later. I arrived at the entrance of the auction, and xianxia came to join me. We officially stepped into the venue. This is a great place without the moon covering sect trigger option. We've reserved a private room, and I am sitting inside eating grapes voraciously. At this moment, xianxia comes back from investigating and tells me that this place is very secretive. The auction has added many illusion and defense formations to the private rooms. Moreover, this place only recognizes cards, not faces. Guests must find an empty private room themselves after entering, so the organizers are also unsure who is in which private room. I highly agree with the auction house's approach. If one does not pay attention to protecting their privacy, they may buy something valuable on the front foot but then be in danger on the back foot. I harvested a lot today, feeling good. Ask xianxia what they want. But this kid is still very polite. What do you think of the people who bid against us today? Do you think it's the leaders of the major sects? Are we going to compete with a group of mythic lords and mystic kings for items? I can tell from his expression that he just realized this issue. I told him that the sect leader will definitely ask him if he attended the auction tomorrow. If he has a good mindset, he can consider it as a learning experience. If your mindset is not good. If my mindset is not good, will the sect leader stop nurturing me? xianxia is starting to have a bad mindset. That's not necessarily the case. Different mindsets require different nurturing methods. If you like senior brother, he will motivate you using terms of endearment. After all, liking someone is not a bad thing. It's just important to maintain a balance. So, how do you think I should talk to senior brother? xianxia looks increasingly confused as I speak. How do I usually teach you? I retort to him. Follow your heart. xianxia suddenly enlightened. With nothing to do, I glanced at the auction house's formation. Spring Equinox 369. Yang style is exquisite. Enough said about winter solstice. I quickly called xianxia to come take a look as well. xianxia panicked. I had no idea about this. He walked over and looked carefully. The auction houses I used to visit all had the Sky Eyes formation, which allows you to see outside through the wooden boards. But this one seems to have been upgraded. I told him that this is a combination of the Sky Eyes formation and the Earth Treacher formation. It not only allows you to see outside but also significantly conceals your aura. After saying that, I opened the formation and tried to look outside. It was indeed much clearer. The things from the first sect are naturally incomparable to those superficial things outside. Hurry back and take your seat. It's about to start. Indeed, it is the auction of the first major sect. Even the formations are more advanced than those of other sects. Through this formation, the outside world is clearly visible while also providing identity protection. We should get started too after we finish watching. I'll have junior brother sit down and wait. With a standard opening speech, the auctioneer introduced herself as Lin Yinshan. She mentioned that sect leader Guan had given special instructions. Today's guests are all distinguished visitors. So this auction will feature some fine items collected in recent years. The first item is a remarkable treasure, the 100-fathom ice thread, collected from inside the 3-layer mythical beast Ice Soul Spider. Using this item to make armor not only provides toughness, but also helps alleviate internal injuries. As a supplementary material, it also has strong compatibility. The starting price is 1 mid-del tier spiritual stone, which can be counted as 2 pieces if they are fire-aligned. Additionally, it can be exchanged for other equivalent treasures. Xianxia was already intimidated by the starting bid of a mid-del tier spiritual stone, but that's nothing. I will offer 3 pieces of mid-del tier fire spiritual stone and 5 pieces of fire spiritual stone. The bids from others present have truly challenged his worldview. I cannot fall behind, so I will have Xianxia bid 10 pieces of mid-del tier fire spiritual stone. Xianxia is feeling some pressure. After all, he has never seen so much money in his life. 14 pieces of mid-del tier fire spiritual stones. Before the words were even spoken, someone else bid higher. Add 1 more piece, I'll inform Xianxia. Senior brother is really rich. Xianxia is getting more and more excited. 15 middle tier fire spiritual stones. 16 middle tier fire spiritual stones. These people prefer the thrill of bidding over treasures. These sect leaders are toxic.